Good afternoon and welcome to Eastern Oval for the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League match of the day between 2019 grand finalists East Point and Sebastopol. It's only been 574 days, 13,776 hours, and if you want to go any further, 826,560 minutes before the last game of football, and it was between these two sides. It's a very warm welcome. I'm Brad Sinclair. I'll be your host and commentator for the day, and joining me in the box in special comments is Kyle Pover. Very good afternoon, Kyle.
Thanks, Brad. Good to be here. It's really excited about local footy getting back across not only the Ballarat region, but just country Victoria in general. Myself being involved with Red Onion Creative, we see a lot of vision coming in each week. And as in terms of grounds, what a great way to start the Ballarat live stream. Thanks to Ballarat Toyota as well.
Yeah, a major sponsor, Ballarat Toyota, out at 19 Creswick Road, Ballarat. Get out and see Daryl Crawley and the crew. They have the all-new Kluger that arrives on June the 2nd. Make sure you get out there and have a look at that. It's only from this ground. It's a Tony Lockett drop punt. I noticed on the drive-in, Kyle, it's very, very close, is Ballarat Toyota. This promises to be an amazing start to the season that everyone's been waiting for. Just walking in this morning to watch the under-19s, and the people were here early. Car park was full. Had to walk a long way from wherever you parked your car. And just in those results of the early game in the under-19s, East Point 29-16, 190 run-out winners over Sebastopol 2-1-13. And in the reserve grade, East Point 15-20, 110 defeated Sebastopol 7-3-45. We have a partly cloudy day here. Beautiful day for football. 13 degrees. Ground is in exquisite condition. Going to be a great day's football. And we have the unfurling of the flag very shortly, Kyle.
We do, yes. Yeah, I was out on the ground just before, and there's not too much of a breeze coming across. It should be really good for both teams. No excuses today, I think, particularly with the new stand man on the mark rule, which has been quite a massive success in the AFL. Really looking forward to seeing how it works here for both East Point and Sebastopol, because they've both got some dangerous forwards who are going to enjoy that quicker ball movement with space in front of them.
Yeah, we spoke with Shane Anwell, the General Manager of the Ballarat Football Netball League, on the Footy Show yesterday about that rule, and I think it's great. Everyone jumped up and down in the AFL about the standing in the mark before a game had been played, which I found astounding. I love the game right now. I think it's going to I know there were several coaches in this competition that weren't really keen on it, but from what I've seen at the top level, I think it's great. It opens it up. I've already seen some big scores in the early games today, which is great. And let's be honest, people come to the footy to see the goal kickers. We might have 100 goal kicker in the Ballarat League this year.
Absolutely, yeah. I think what people were a bit standoffish about to begin with was the fact it feels like we're under 10s, but I actually see the simplicity of it. Its advantage is it's not hard. These are grown men they do say footballers aren't the sharpest tools in the shed, Brad, but they should be able to stand on the mark as the umpire directs them. And, yeah, if it opens up the game and allows more scoring, I'm all for it.
We've already got a late change in the Sebastopol side. Out comes Luke Keel, a big loss for the Sebastopol side. He won't play today. And out for the East Point side is Geordie Johnson. He's been called up for VFL duties with the Geelong Football Club. As you can tell, we're back in local footy when you hear that sort of siren, Kyle. It's a lovely siren. So it's going to be an interesting game. Jack and Harry Ganley come in from Ararat to the East Point side. Jack's going to give them some much not needed, but much more power up forward. He's a goal kicker over time. James Lukic comes in. But the big one for me is Kyabram Premiership player Aaron Hayes for East Point. He'll go across that midfield into a wing sort of area. His delivery inside 50 is very, very good. So that all goes well for the East Point side. They're going to be hard to topple. For the Sebastopol side, in comes the cousin of the key defender, Tony Lockyer, in Michael Lockyer. Bookends, he'll play as a key forward. So, again, they've got some good ins. They do lose their captain in Tom Peterson, the big ruckman, Toby Thulin, is out, is not playing with Sebastopol, and Brett Goods is retired. So they have got a lot of outs. It's going to be interesting how first season coach Michael Searle brings up the new players in those areas.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you make a great point. I think both teams going forward are really strong, which just shows that, with, as we've spoken about already, that new stand on the mark rule, I should say, is going to be vital in the midfield today, I think. I think whoever can get their first use of the footy and get going forward, I think that's going to be the team that puts scoreboard pressure on early and, yeah, can hopefully run away with it.
Other games today, Redan take on North Ballarat at City Oval at 2:15. That was a night game, got changed to the day game. New coach at North Ballarat, Brendan McCartney, should be an amazing inclusion into this competition.
Absolutely. Well, we were out having a chat with Brendan only a few weeks ago, and just his experience, and I think level-headedness and calmness is going to be massive for North Ballarat. They're obviously a team that's been sort of mid-table the last few years, so hopefully with him in charge, he'll be able to take him that next step and take a young team forward.
Melton take on Melton South out at McPherson Park. Going to be a tough year again for Melton South. They do bring in Ryan Pendlebury when he's available from Werribee duties. That will be handy, but I think Melton should get that done today.
Yeah, look, it's a tough draw to come up. Obviously, you know, the Melton Derby would be exciting, that side of the town, but in terms of class, I think Melton is just going to be far too good for them. It's hard to see the South boys getting up. Having said that, I think Melton's had a lot of inroads off the field of late with that COVID year break. So hopefully they're starting to build a list that can have some sustainable success in the future.
2 night games tonight. I'll be heading out to this next one to have a look at Josh Gibson make his debut, 3-time premiership player with Hawthorn for the Ballarat Football Club as they take on Bacchus Marsh at Alfreton Oval at 6:15. Should be a bumper crowd to see Josh Gibson. And another one that I love is Andrew Hooper.
Yeah, absolutely. It's they've got 2 very good players at either end of the ground there, the Swans. I've heard that Josh Gibson hasn't missed a session, which is just great. I mean, for the young team they've got out there at Alfreton, I really do think that he's going to be a massive addition. And yeah, he'll just control that background. It'd be great to have him have the full ground ahead of him and being able to control space and really direct things, which I think is going to be massive for them. And then obviously Hooper, the Tony Lockett medal winner of 2019, I think.
He's going to do that all afternoon.
As the siren goes off for the right in front of us, you know you're back at the local footy with that, as Brad says. But yeah, absolutely looking forward to some of these round 1 contests, but in particular this one that we've got the pleasure of being at today.
And the last game of round 1 is out at Darley Park, another night game at 6:15. They will unveil the new lights that they've got out there at Darley Park. Darley take on Sunbury in what promises to be a ripping game.
Yeah, I think that's probably a flip of the coin game as to who's going to win that one. They're 2 evenly matched sides. Again, we had a chat to both the coaches in Trav and Daniel. But yeah, so really looking forward to what those 2 teams can produce this season. Again, sort of that lower end of the final spectrum, they'd be looking to take that next step and really start to challenge your teams such as East Point and Melton and Sebastopol.
Yeah, the sides are out there warming up now. We might take a quick break before the game gets underway out here at Eastern Oval. Thanks to Ballarat Toyota, the broadcast sponsor for the day of the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League Grand Final rematch of 2019. Welcome back to the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League match of the day here at Eastern Oval. We're about to get underway in the first quarter of the Match of the Day live stream. All thanks to Ballarat Toyota. The all-new Kluger arrives on June 2nd. Make sure you get out there at 19 Creswick Road, Ballarat, and have a look at the new Kluger. June 2, Daryl Crawley and the crew will look after you. Kyle, the toss has been done and won.
Yeah, it looked like East Point one are going to kick to the Peel Street end. From what I could see, they didn't really give a clear indication of which way they were going, but my very, very bad eyesight thinks that they're heading that direction, and the Sebastopol ruckman is heading the other side, so yes, I did see correctly.
Yeah, and Lucas Dallenberg, I can see, is heading down towards the Peel Street end, so it will be East Point to the left of your camera to the Peel Street end, and Sebastopol will kick to the right down towards the pavilion end. That we'll call it today. And it will be the two ruckmen. It looks like the big fella there in James Richard for Sebastopol. He'll start off the duties with Joel Van Meel. And who I'm looking forward to playing today is Makitcha Rodamo. Onus, who was the best on ground in the grand final. As the ball is thrown up into the air, Richards wins the tap for Sebastopol, but it's taken away by that man in Makitcha Rodamo. He gets it inside 50 for East Point. A lot of players around the ball, shuffled out towards the back, in the back there, not paid. And the umpire will bounce that down 50 metres out from the East Point goal, kicking towards the Peel Street end.
Makitcha's going to be such a big impact around the footy today. He could be the difference just as he was in the 2019 grand final.
Richards again gets the touch on the ball down to the ground. This is going to be the key, I think, today is this contested footy, Kyle. Whoever can get clean ball there out to the outsiders will go a long way to winning the game.
Absolutely, yeah. We saw last time in the grand final it was a wet old soggy day in Ballarat. It's almost the stereotypical day you'd have for Ballarat. East Point clearly having the dominance on the day, but not by much. And as I said earlier, Makitcha was the real difference as he gets another clearance right there, putting it forward.
Goes forward. Does Makitcha. He's going to be an exciting one to watch today. And the first score on the board and for the 2021 season goes to East Point. One behind on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. Sebastopol come in through the agency of their captain in Lockyer. Finds a teammate in the pocket. They'll come back across now out towards Haslett. Haslett has a teammate short in True. Goes to him. Plays onto the left foot, right in front of the commentary box. Up the line, good strong mark there for Sebastopol was Hutt. Toby Hutt now looking forward for the high kick. Good strong mark. Pack mark in front of his East Point opponent was Stow. Stow goes forward. Comes out now, East Point. They're away. Now it's back out through Makitcha again through the middle. Goes out wide. Nice kick right on the 50 arc, finding first gamer for East Point today in James Lukic. Lukic will kick from 50 here, Kyle. It'll be interesting to see. We haven't seen him play. We don't know if he'll make the distance, but he's having a direct shot.
Really interesting kick there from Liam Stowe from Sebastopol, which set up the turnover, which is, I think, the right idea of going back inside the corridor. But once you get turnover, a team like East Point's just going to dominate straight through the middle there.
Lukic, his first kick for East Point, and they have come from everywhere, as they do. His first kick for the side, gone right through the middle. That will take East Point to 1-1-7. They lead. Sebastopol yet to score. That is on your Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. Good start to East Point. We've only gone 2 1/4 minutes in the first quarter. 3 minutes, in the first quarter. That is on your Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. They lead 1-1-7. Sebastopol, umpires pulled a free kick. They got that ball forward, but the umpires pulled a free kick. It will go to East Point through their co-captain in Matt Johnson in the middle of the ground.
Yeah, not sure he had to hold on there, the Sebastopol player. They had a clear break going inside 50, which, as we spoke about, is going to be really vital. Try and hit the scoreboard early.
has Walsh on the wing, goes to him. He in turn goes short to another first gamer in Jack Ganley from Ararat. Played a lot of football out there, kicked a lot of goals, and that is a beautiful kick inside 50 by Jack Ganley, and he has found the player there up forward in his co-captain, Brad Whitaker, wearing a different number. We've had 7 jumper changes in the East Point side today. Their jumpers didn't turn up, the new ones, Kyle. So normally in the jumper 14 is Whitaker. He'll kick from 50. Looks like that's going to fade across right to the point of the square. They go up. Out the back is Richards for Sebastopol. He'll take it over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in right pocket, forward pocket. Peel straight in for East Point. We've gone 4.25 minutes in the first quarter here at Eastern Oval. East Point, 1-1-7 lead Sebastopol, yet to score.
Sebastopol just can't get their hands on the footy at the moment. East Point are just dominating in close around tight around the contest.
Ball comes out the back through Richards. Another free kick being pulled by the umpire. I didn't see that. Might have been held without it. Was the Sebastopol player in the back pocket. Waiting now for movement up forward. Goes short. He'll go inboard now. Again, over the top. Good handball. Now they're away, Sebastopol. Outside now to the boy in Lockyer. Lockyer gives it off to on the outside of Wilkinson. Wilkinson, short kick, but that's chopped off in the back, half-back flank. Inboard now to his co-captain in Matt Johnson. Johnson, short kick up the wing. Leading up at the footy is his teammate there in Van Meel. Van Meel, the ruckman, goes short towards half forward to Lukic. Started well in his first game. Already got the first goal on the board. Kicks the ball inside 50. Quick hands out. Sebastopol mop out. Bad handball all ridden into the ground. And is the free kick was against that player there in Hugo Pabst. And that looks like, I'm not too sure. We'll see when he gets up.
I think that's Whitaker.
That's Whitaker again. And he'll kick this from 15 metres and won't have a problem. Directly in front, Kyle.
Just East Point's swarming pressure then, just that forward pressure to lock the ball inside 50. Pretty hard for the Sebast players to be able to get the ball out. They had the numbers, but just that relentless effort of never giving up, it's vital in today's modern footy.
He's a thick set boy, comes in, goes a little bit left as the goal umpire, but no problem, just a bit of theatrics, and that is East Point's second. And that is to the captain in Brad Whitaker. They will go on to 2-1-13. They lead Sebastopol yet to score. That is on your Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. So they've had all the play. I think we've had one entry inside 50 at the moment for Sebastopol. So that, as you said earlier, Kyle, they just cannot get their hands on the footy at the moment. Ball back in the centre. It'll be the big boys. Richards, who's got his hand on every ruck contest at the moment. And the same again. Then he butters up. Gets quick hands out to Cassidy. Cassidy, quick forward foray into inside 50. Umpire again has pulled another free kick. And this one is going to go to Sebastopol. Right on 50. Now, troubling to see who that is.
It's better ball movement there from the Boroughs.
It's either Stowe or Cassidy.
I think that's Stowe.
Stowe from 50. Sits that up. It's going to fall short right in the goal square. Good defensive punch from the East Point player. And punches that into the goalpost. That is the first score for Sebastopol. A one behind. They trail East Point 2-1-13. We've gone 7.5 minutes. That is on your Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. Out towards the outer wing. Carries over the back of the pack. Sebastopol comes out the back. He's had a fair bit of it already, Cassidy. Cassidy gives it off to Hutt. Hutt sits that one up. Could have been a free kick there to his brother in Toby Hutt, not paid. Goes inboard. Little smack over the back of the head. The old defenders, the old Danny Frawley kiss. And free kick to James Keeble. Good player is Keeble. Looks like he's going to have a direct shot. He's right on the boundary. He'll kick it from right on 50.
The way the breeze was, I reckon if he kicks it to the far goalpost, it might just swing back. Let's have a look if I'm right or if I'm way off the mark.
Out towards the pavilion end. In he comes. James Keeble. Sits back. That is a lovely looking kick. It might miss to the right. It has just. Another behind for the Sebastopol side. 8.5 minutes into the first quarter. That's two behinds. Trail East Point 2-1-13 on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. But Kyle, they're starting to get their hands on the footy now.
Yeah, exactly right. As we said, it's so vital to get your footy around the contest when it's not much between the two sides. And early days, East Point just dominated them in close.
And the big ruckman, Joel Van Meel, kicks that off the ground, looking for his teammate McDougall. Picks it up, feeds it out the back now to Jones. Jones tackled over the boundary line by Ben Hutt. And we'll have a boundary throw. No, we'll have a free kick. And that will go in the way of Ben Hutt. Defensive half of the ground for Sebastopol. Has no one really, so he'll just go with a very good discipline there and smothered by Billy Jones. Butters up, but it comes out now to the boy in Dummett. Dummett gives it off to his teammate Nother. He drops it. Good pressure from McKitcher. I'm getting excited about this one. He looks good.
He is. Best on ground, a grand final for a reason. But again, it's that relentless pressure from East Point around the footy, and they're just making Sebastopol panic and trying to go wide.
Very strong boy through the hips. Looks like he's going to be hard to tackle, McKitcher, as he goes to it again off the ruck contest, but he's taken out over the boundary line by Ryan Nother. And another boundary throw-in. It's going to be the stoppage area, Kyle, by the looks of this game, that you need to win. Umpire just having a word to the ruckman. Are you going up? Oh, he's 6'15". I'm tipping he is. He gives it out to the outside, does Richards, but it's Shark there for East Point. They get it forward through Lukage. Sharked. Oh, he's hit that right into the post. It was Matty Johnson, who started really well. Quickly now, they are away through their captain in Lockyer, Sebastopol. On the left foot now, up the outer wing. High kick, punch from behind, East Point. Sebastopol are away now through the middle. And again, Nother, he's had a fair bit of it for Sebastopol. On the outside to O'Shea. O'Shea on the left foot, goes up towards half forward. Scrimmage of players all over the ball, waiting for something to happen here. I don't think that's going to escape Cole. We'll have a ball up. Out of side, 55, 60 metres around from the Sebastopol goal. We have gone nearly just on 11 minutes into the first quarter. 2-2-14 East Point. Lead Sebastopol 2 behinds. That is on your Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. Don't forget, the all-new Kluger comes out June 2. Get in and see Daryl Crawley and the crew out there at 19 Creswick Road. Toyota, hurried kick inside 50. High ball. Holding the front spot, just couldn't take the mark for Sebastopol. Oh, he's tripped, not paid. Quick hands out. Inside 50, over the back. Has he got his foot to that? I think he might have, and I think it might have been James Keeble. He just got his foot to it. It was Keeble. Great goal. That's their first one, Sebastopol. 1-2-8. They are back in it now. 2-2-14 East Point. They lead nearly 12 minutes gone first quarter on your Ballarat Toyota scoreboard.
Really synonymous with the way Sebastopol's having to play at the moment. They really had to work hard for that goal. It was just get the ball forward out of the stoppage, and great work there on the end of it. Keeble.
Yeah, James Keeble. Great player. Looks lively already. Quick tap out again. And we'll just have... Oh, he's paid holding the ball. He dived on it, I suppose. It was very, very touchy. But it will go to the player there for East Point in Jordan Taylor. Taylor sits it up. Up it goes. Lukic is at the back, but holding the front position for Sebastopol. And he'll go to the outer side. Is their ruckman in James Richards. Goes short now. They're up on the outer wing. Sitting under the ball and taking the mark is Chris Dummett for Sebastopol. Well done, a lot of courage. Plays on quickly, not a great kick, but it finds Keeble. Keeble quickly onto the left foot and a great pass, but dropped. And the ball has gone out of bounds right in the red onion forward pocket. Down the pavilion end, we have now gone 13 minutes first quarter. 6-point lead to the East Point Kangaroos.
Much better ball movement there from Sebastopol, trying to move the ball quickly. I think that's the way you've got to move it forward against this East Point defence.
Over the back now was the tap from Martin. Just players all around that. That'll go out over again. Dallas Martin for the East Point side. Matty Johnson, the captain, just letting the Sebastopol players know he's around. So it'll be Martin in the ruck against Stowe. About 40 around from the Sebastopol goal. As Kyle said, they're back in it now. He's over that. The umpire's circling, but he's going to say, I'll ball that up. And again, we'll have another stoppage, about 35 out.
From Sebastopol, you want repeat stoppages inside 50.
Again, down by Davis. Martin, quickly comes out to the wing now. Now they're away. East Point, little boy there in the way of Dodd, can't take the ball cleanly. He's met solidly. Players around this. Quick hands out, comes back out to Dodd. Oh, he's taken high. The umpire says, yep, we'll give that to you. Joseph Dodd, far wing, on the left foot, comes inboard, looks for centre-half forward position. All flying high, but couldn't take the mark was Whitaker. Comes out the back. Sebastopol are away. They're linking up through the middle now well. Hart. That's Toby. Toby, short kick along the wing. Half forward, Keeble been very lively early for Sebastopol. Waits for some movement. He's looking inboard, goes backwards just to keep hold of the footy. Good idea. And finds a teammate who's wearing a different number than he was listed. So we'll find out who that number 13 is at some stage, Kyle, because we haven't got a 13 listed playing. It goes forward. Quick kick out there by Jed Hill, but only as far as their backman in Lovick. Lovick, he's met. Ball spills free. Another group of players just dive all over that.
They're starting to settle into the game a bit more now, the Boroughs, I think. East Point on top early, but it's really starting to level itself out the last few minutes. Sebastopol starting to get repeat inside 50s and starting to put pressure on that East Point defence.
They've got an overabundance of tools, Sebastopol. Doesn't matter who takes the rut. Toby Hutt did at that stage. They've got 3 or 4 that are going through that area, whether that's mid, forward or back. Very handy thing to have. It's a free kick to Billy Jones for East Point. Goes to the outer side. High kick, Hospital, but the free kick has been paid. Met solidly there for East Point was Jesse Baird.
Courageous effort there.
Defensive half for East Point. Goes short along the wing. Up it goes, looking for Whitaker. Comes to the ground. Quick hands out. Another handball out now. That's well done by Sebastopol. Out to Keeble. He's met very solidly. Gets his handball free. Looks like we'll have another stoppage. That's not coming out anywhere. And the umpire comes in and says, yep, I'll ball that up. We've gone 16 and a half minutes first quarter. East Point 2-2-14, Sebastopol 1-2-8. That is on your Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. They come forward, Sebastopol, up around half forward, 60 out. Quick hands out looking for Keeble. Smothered. Umpire says we'll throw that in. Half forward flank for the Sebastopol side.
Just looking to see where Keeble is. He's sort of been pushing up to the stoppage, potentially to play as that spare man.
He gets up, doesn't he? He's really up high, meeting the footy. They've got a target to go to. Coming out the back half there, I'm liking the look of him, is their captain Lockyer, representative player for the Ballarat League, been around a long time. He just mops up across back. Umpire's pulled another free kick. Really trigger happy in this first quarter. It's going to go the way of Keeble, I think that is on the outer side. Keeble looks short, just hits up a teammate. Had to stretch, but got the mark, and that's Jed Hill. Jed Hill in the red onion forward pocket will kick from 40 metres out, left forward pocket. Gone 17 and a half minutes. They trail by a goal, the Boroughs.
His teammates pointed straight for the goals, so they reckon he's got it in him.
It's always a good indication, isn't it?
It's always a good indication that someone's a good kick. Will be a tough one, though, from this pocket and the way the breeze is situated.
Jed Hill, in he comes. Kick from 40, right on the boundary. Sets it up. Looks like he's pushed that right. Oh! High fly at the back, but unable to take the mark was Toby Hutt. Spills out. Now it comes out to the boy there in bed. Right foot snap out towards the half-back area. Dropped by his teammate in McDougall. Now we have another congested area of players all over the footy, right in front of the very, very vocal crowd here at Eastern Oval. And the umpire says, I'll bounce that down right on 50 metres around from the Sebastopol goal. We've gone 18 and a half minutes, 6-point lead.
Staying to lock the ball in that half-forward area. Sebastopol making things tough for East Point, as East Point did to them earlier on in the quarter.
McKitcher, the bull, gets it out. Very dusty Martin-like, but it was mopped up there by Sebastopol in true. He got it back forward. Now they're away. In Bryson McDougall for East Point. Goes inboard. Umpire says, hold on, I'm bringing this back. There's been a free kick paid off the ball. It's going to go to Sebastopol. It was up around that 50-metre mark as the ball was cleared off. And Michael Lockyer, cousin of Tony, will take the free kick. Finds a teammate short inside the forward pocket and goes to him. Now, he's had a fair bit of the ball already, Ryan Nother, and he's going to kick from the pocket. The one thing at the moment, though, Cole, they're having their shots at goal from the pockets.
They are, yeah. I was just about to say that. East Point are forcing them wide, which, in terms of defence, that's what you want to be doing.
Ooh, that was close. Just might have hit the post. Yes, it did. Goal umpire says that hit the post. And that will take Sebastopol 139 trail, East Point 2-2-14. Gone nearly 20 minutes into the first quarter on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. East Point away through Matty Johnson. Goes inboard, looking for McDougall. Drops the mark, picks it up. He's tackled twice. Had Pryor. The umpire says, yep, should have got rid of that quicker. And the free kick, good pressure from Sebastopol.
Jake Wilkinson there, terrific effort going back with the fly. That's courageous, but not only that, it saved a certain shot on goal there for East Point. So his teammates will be glad for that effort.
Richards, a very dangerous kick back inboard, didn't find the target, but such is the pressure of Sebastopol at the moment. They wrap East Point up. They weren't able to take that away through the big fella in Isaac Quick, and we'll have a bounce down about 50 metres out from the East Point goal, kicking down towards the Peel Street end. Martin uses the body well there against Richards. Umpire says, I'll give that another go.
It's a bit of, was it Nathan Carroll that played for Melbourne in the early 2000s about Martin?
Yeah, Dallas Martin, yes. Yes, he's got the haircut. I like the look of Richard Johnson, and he's got the free kick. He looks a likely type, Matty Johnson, gets a free kick right on 50, had a lot of the ball early in this game. One of those tall midfielders, Kyle, that travels the ground well, and he's not confident, though. He'll kick that from 55. I reckon he'll go to point of square because he was calling people on. He goes wide. He's having a go at it, and it's just going to land short off the hands of the pack and through for a behind. East Point, 2-3-15. They lead Sebastopol 139, 21 and a half gone on your Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. Comes out now to the player in Cassidy. He started well as well. Goes to the outer side, right in front of the scoreboard. Sebastopol hitting up short. Oh, good strong mark in front. Well, he actually paid the free kick, but I thought it was a mark. To Sebastopol on the outer side. And that is through the agency of Haslett. Haslett goes to the outer side wing. Finds a teammate. He's been good. Has Nother. Up towards half forward, one-handed attempt by the big fella in Richards, then butters up well, comes inboard. Here we go, right foot snap at goal, but it's gone high and wide, bounces in, well trapped by the East Point defender, goes short, just to control the footy through that outer side. Billy Jones finds another teammate now, gets it out to Ganley, that's Harry, handball off, now they're away. Just controlling the footy, the big fella in Whittaker been good. Nice high presentation by the big forward. Has a teammate in Jones who's butted up. He goes back inboard. Whoop, kicked and spilt and dropped by Murphy. Now it comes back out towards Billy Jones. Has McKitcher on the outside. He's toying with them. Gives it off. Short again. Now they'll hold the ball. Just a bit of time here. There's Drew Murphy.
He's so strong around the contest, isn't he, McKitcher?
He's got a lot of Dusty Martin about him, hasn't he?
He does, yeah.
Finds Dodd right in front of the commentary box here on the central wing. Nice left foot kick high, but it's all Sebastopol. Oh, dropped what he should have taken, but he's pulled a free kick.
Yeah, Johnson was definitely held on
Blocked,
to there.
Yeah, Matty Johnson. And again, he's just running around where he wants, does Whittaker.
So it looks as though Johnson's spending maybe a bit of time across half forward. And as you speak about those big-bodied midfielders who have that ability to go forward, they're the $1 million players at the elite level, and it's no different at this level. They're worth their weight in gold. They're big around stoppages. They've got the skill. And what it also does is it worries defences when they're down there.
Whitaker comes in. Is this against the tide of play? He's missed that to the left. Sebastopol have had all the play the last few minutes, but it goes forward and they have a shot on goal. 2-4-16 East Point, Sebastopol 1-3-9. 24 minutes gone, first quarter on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. I love the idea of being able to bring this ball in quick through that 15-metre area. Now, through the back half, Sebastopol have it through the big fella there. He's been good, James Richards. Goes high and wide, doesn't make the mark though. McKitcher's there. Bumps just so solid. Then he wins that with a beautiful handball on the outside to Dodd. Dodd gives it off to his captain in Johnson. Johnson, high kick, looking for Whitaker. Holds the spot, takes the mark.
Fantastic contested mark there. And again, quick ball movement, forced from a turnover on that half-forward flank there for East Point. And just, straight on top of Whitaker, who looks like he's got a few kilos on his Sebastopol opponent. So when you get him one out, you're going to back him every time.
McKitcher, Rodimer, Onus. The way he used his body, picked up the ball, flicked it over the back. Whitaker gets a shot at goal, gets his second for the quarter, and gets East Point's third. That will take them on to 3 goals, 1-19, leading Sebastopol 1-3-9. We have gone just on that scoreboard. It takes a long time to come back to the time clock. Where are we? 25 minutes.
Gone.
25 minutes gone, 25 and a half minutes into the first quarter. That is on your Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. Don't forget the all-new Kluger comes out June 2 at Ballarat Toyota. Bounce down again in the middle. Dallas Martin wins that for East Point. Comes to the... Here he is again, McKitcher. Right foot. Great space to Whitaker. Probably a free kick. Umpire says no. Play on. Lockyer there for Sebastopol. Comes out. Quick kick out. Was smothered of Wilkinson. Gets it forward. Dottie's there. Can't take the ball. Ball goes out of bounds. We'll have a boundary throw in. 30 around from the East Point goal. We've gone 26 minutes, first quarter.
That matchup of Wilkinson on Whitaker, I think, might be worrying the Sebastopol coaching staff. He's just got a few centimetres in height and also a few kilos in weight, so he's definitely causing Wilkinson a few issues, Whitaker, I think.
Johnson again, slung tackle, slung tackle, but they're going to pay it as holding the ball. It'll go to Sebastopol, 26 and a half minutes into the first quarter. Free kick taken by Ben Hutt. He'll go to the outer side. Sits the ball up. Now they're away through the boy there in Lockyer, their captain, being good. Inside 50 now. Good transition of play, but a very good punch by the East Point defender. And he finds the boundary line. And we'll have a boundary throw in.
Just a Ballarat Sports Medicine injury update. We've actually got Wilkinson coming from the field. Looked like he caught maybe a corky in that contest with Whitaker earlier. So we'll just wait to see if anything comes from this. But that could be a massive out because he's been huge for them so far, Wilkinson, playing on the bigger body.
Yeah, they want to get that fixed straight away. Stowe and Martin. Martin wins it now. And there it is. Quarter time here at Eastern Oval. Round 1 of 2021. East Point 3-4-22 leads Sebastopol 1-3-9. That is on your Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. Don't forget the all-new Kluger arrives June 2. Get in and see Daryl Crawley and the crew out at 19 Creswick Road, Ballarat. The McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League round 1 is underway. We have quarter time here at Eastern Oval and 13-point lead to the Kangaroos. And we'll be back with resumption of the second quarter here at Eastern Oval very soon. Welcome back to the Eastern Oval here for the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League Round 1 game between East Point and Sebastopol. It is quarter time, and on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard, the lead for East Point now has gone out to 13 points. 3-4-22 East Point to Sebastopol 139. Goal kickers for East Point. Captain Brad Whitaker has 2, and Lukic in his first game has 1. And for Sebastopol, their sole goal kicker was James Keeble, but they had some opportunity to kick more, Kyle. They just were kicking from the pockets and missed opportunities.
Yeah, I think so. The middle part of that quarter, Sebastopol started to get a bit of a roll on and had the momentum, just as East Point did earlier on in the quarter. But I think it swung back in East Point's favour towards the end there. They started to get their hands again around the footy, with co-captain in Johnson starting to play more across half forward towards the end of the quarter for a bit of a rest, I believe. And that's when they really started to put some scoreboard pressure on. As we've spoken about, that matchup of Wilkins on Whitaker, I reckon East Point would be liking that when the ball's coming in one-on-one, and particularly quickly. Wilkinson's had a few great efforts when he's been able to close space and that closing speed, which is probably why they've got him matched up on him. But as soon as he gets into a tight tussle with him, he's just too big and strong, as we've seen on a few occasions today.
Good crowd out here at Eastern Oval. James Lukic in his first game, first kicks a goal, which so often happens. He looks very lively. He takes some ruck duties when he's forward. He reaches out, takes the ball at its highest point. He presents himself high up the ground as Whitaker does. So running off that back half, East Point have always got targets to go to. Yeah,
absolutely. It's it makes things a lot easier when you're coming out of the midfield and looking up knowing you've got a reliable target.
For Sebastopol, I've liked the look of their captain, Tony Lockyer, and obviously very well known in this competition, great player. He looks very lively up back. James Richards got his hand on the footy first most of the time. He's been okay. Keeble's a real focal point up forward. He's lively. Cassidy's had a fair bit of it. They look all right. They don't look too bad. This is a very good East Point side. So, if they can... I love that siren. If they can just stick at it and not let it blow out at all. Their contested footy they're going to have to win. They're putting pressure on them, but I reckon they've just got to be very careful with Makicha Rotuma Onus. He just does what he wants around the ball.
Exactly right, yeah. And I think when Sebastopol have a run on like they did in that middle part of the quarter, they need scoreboard pressure. They really need to be capitalising on those opportunities. When you're versing good teams such as East Point are, you really need that scoreboard pressure, because like what we saw the other night with St Kilda and Richmond, as soon as Richmond get a run on, if you're not scoring, they're just going to put you to the sword, and it's no different to this East Point team.
Yeah, another one that's looked good, particularly up forward for East Point, is Bryson McDougall. Really lively, jumps into packs, and make sure that if he can't take a mark, he's hitting packs and spreading the packs at the moment. So he's looking very good for the East Point Kangaroos up forward as well. Looks like Joel Van Meel will start in the ruck for East Point against James Richards for the Boroughs. Another one that's been good for Sebastopol out through the midfield is Ryan Nother. He's got a fair bit of the footy. He's been very good at ground level as we're just about to get underway. 3-4-22 East Point lead Sebastopol 139 here at Eastern Oval, as the umpire's just waiting for some people to get off the ground up the outer end. They've forgotten what it's like to be at the footy after 574 days. And this will get underway any minute now. The big fella in James Richards doing battle with Joel Van Meel. Up it goes. Van Meel wins a beautiful tap. Comes out to that boy in Makicha. Hurried kick. Tackled. Just got underneath it and was able to get his foot to the ball with Billy Jones. Thought he might have been taken high, but the umpire might have said, you ducked under it. We'll have a bounce down again, still in the centre square.
They're going to need to sort that match up there with Makicha. I think he's just been too dominant around the footy, as he goes again. Right
on cue, he wins it, gives it off to the outside to Ganley. That's Jack. He's tackled there by Cassidy. That ball's not coming out. The umpire says, I'll have that right in front of the East Point coach's box. Just under a minute gone, second quarter. Up it goes. Richards. No one really decisively winning that tap. They're going to have to lock down on this McKitcher. You're right, Kyle. He's just getting way too much of it. Quick kick off the ground by Lukic. Smart. Coming out, though, for the Sebastopol side. And we haven't got that number either. That's another number missing. Number 2. Ball goes forward. We'll have a hurry kick through and another behind to the East Point side. That takes them on a 3-5-23, leading Sebastopol 139. We've gone a minute and a half into this second quarter. Sebastopol up the wing. High kick. Out of bounds. We'll have a boundary throw in. Good punch away there by the boy in Samuel Q, who was a late inclusion for East Point. In it comes. Richards. Holds the front position, comes forward. McKitcher just given too much space. Gets the footy doing what he wants. Nice little chip out. Oh, good strong mark there to the East Point boy in Billy Jones.
That's 2 stoppages in a row there where McKeecher was just able to do as he pleased. There was no hand across the body from a Sebastopol player. They've really got to tighten up on that because I reckon that's about his 5th or 6th clearance this match already.
High kick forward. Oh, someone... oh, he's okay. Just thought he might have hurt himself. There was Lockyer for Sebastopol. He's all right. We have a boundary throw-in about 65 metres around from the East Point goal. In it comes. No, there's locking down on McKeecher now, but then they find someone else on the outside, and that was Harry Ganley. Gets a hurry kick inside 50. Punched forward. Boundary throw-in 45 metres around.
Might be a good time for Sebastopol just to lock on to everyone around stoppages and just try and nullify the contest and just break even because at the moment East Point are just dominating around the ball.
Nothers given the job, there's no doubt about that, but I don't know if he's big and strong enough. Cassidy, hurry kick forward for the Sebastopol side. Now they're away. They'll go through the middle of the ground. High kick looking for Keeble, but at the back, good strong mark there to East Point in Jesse Baird. Has a short kick out to the wing in front of the commentary box side to Samuel Q. He'll go back to Baird, waxing, just racking up the stats. In fact, it was Aaron Hayes, the premiership player. Again, another jumper. He's come out in 57. I think he was listed in 8. Kyabram premiership player.
Certainly doesn't make our job easy, Brad, with these number changes.
Makes it very hard.
Understandable. Jumpers weren't ready.
Wrapped up now, and we'll have a bounce down, stoppage after stoppage. I'll just get you to have a look who locks down on McKitcher here. Now, they've changed again. It was Nother, but someone else is going there now, and I reckon that might be Jed Hill. Won by Richards. Again, we're going to have another boundary throw in as Jed Hill does take that over the line. We have gone. There's a real lull in play at the moment. Just over 4 minutes in the second quarter. East Point 3-5-23 leads Sebastopol 139. In it comes. Hurry kick out by Lukic, liking his game in his first game for East Point. Gets it forward. Tackled with the ball is true. Umpire says play on. Ganley's there. Just waiting on the outside is Jed Hill. He's not going to get it. It's taken over the line again by that unnamed player. It's number 2 and 13 for Sebastopol. We will find out who they are. If anyone's out there, shoot us through a text on the Facebook page. That'd be handy, and we'll get onto that really quick. Hill onto the unnatural right foot. Hurried kick up forward. Coming out now. Oh, taken high, not paid, was the boy in Drew Murphy. And there's a little bit of how do you do. The umpire might pull a free kick here just to say, hey, I'm not going to cop this. And it was McKitcher. They're getting into him. Oh, another player gone down. This time it's Drew Murphy. And McKitcher does win the free kick. And he's about 60 out from their goal. Kicks off to the right off the side of the boot. Not a great kick. Gets an unlucky bounce. Do all players. Sebastopol come back out. Overrunning is Billy Jones. Gets it out to the player in Jordan Taylor. High kick goes nowhere. Lukic, quick kick forward. But Sebastopol will wrap that up through. Geez, he reads the play well, Tony Lockyer. Goes to the outer side. Now they're away, Sebastopol. Can they set up? They do have the boy Stowe on the outer side. The kick doesn't get there. Now East Point are away. Hurried, grubbing kick forward. Johnson over the top. Now inside 50. No, they'll go short. Just held up. Good mark there by the player in Jordan Taylor. He doesn't know what to do. He's going back and forth. Taylor sits it up high. All nearly taking the mark. But again, Lockyer, it was just a good attempt by Lukic. Couldn't take it. Lockyer mops up. Now they're away short to Nother. Nother has a player on the outside and Hill. Gives it back to Nother. Right foot, short kick, sits it up. Punched away. Good football there by East Point. And a very good punch over boundary throw in from Drew Murphy over the line.
Just a Ballarat Sports Medicine injury update. Wilkinson is looking like he's coming back on. In fact, he's just come back on and he's picking up Makicha, who's forward at the moment.
Okay, so they're swinging the moves, trying to get that match up right. They've tried 3 in a couple of minutes and they need to get it right. Good coaching by Michael Searle to try to nullify his effectiveness as players just jump all over the ball. I'd say, umpire, you might be best suited to ball that up because they really don't want to get that out. He might pull a free kick here. He's circling. No.
I think they've done all right the last few minutes, Sebastopol, in just nullifying the damage. East Point have been in control, but they haven't been able to put any scoreboard pressure on. So if they can just keep holding on, I'm sure the momentum will swing.
Hurried kick forward there by Q. Doesn't go to much advantage. Now comes the L, picked up again by Q. He's tackled to the ground. Umpire says, I'll bounce that. About 60 out from the Sebastopol goal. I've liked the look on the outer wing of Haslett as well for the Sebastopol side. He has a go. Here's Hill. Gets onto his trusty left foot. Sits that up. Nice kick. Oh, couldn't take the mark. There was Powell. Comes to ground. Hurried kick forward. And it will go out on the full. The resultant free kick will go to the East Point side through Samuel Q.
Probably a bit stiff there, Powell. I thought he had his arms chopped going up for the mark.
Geez, they're quick to pay that in the AFL at the moment.
They are, yeah.
So, East Point through Q in the back pocket, left back pocket. We've gone 8.5 minutes, second quarter. 3-5 East Point to 1-3 Sebastopol. Ball goes out of bounds, so we'll have a boundary throw in. Don't forget, the all-new Kluger arrives June 2 at Ballarat Toyota. Get out and see Daryl Crawley and the boys for your Toyota fix. 50 around from the Sebastopol goal. And it comes Richards. Comes forward. There's Hill again. This way, that way. Back onto the left foot. But that'll go out of bounds on the full. Again, the free kick will go to East Point. And that will go through the agency of James Lukic.
They've set up well behind the footy there, East Point. That's why Hill didn't want to kick it forward. Some indecisions there.
Lukic, short, finds a teammate in Carson. He gives it off. Quick kick up the line now. Goes to the outside. Johnson's there, but so is Hill, Jed Hill. Oh, Jed Hill's ridden his opponent in the back. The umpire said no, and I'll bounce that down. What did you think of that one, Kyle? I thought that might have been a bit high or in the back, and might have been a free kick to Lucas Dallenberg, not paid.
They were a bit trigger-happy, the umpires, in the first quarter, but I think this time they've put the whistle away, which I don't mind. I don't mind them just letting the guys play, particularly a game like this where it is tightly contested and the ball is in close a lot. So I'm all for just letting the play go, I think, as long as it's consistent.
Hurried kick. Oh, flying high and taking a ripper mark was Liam Stowe. Great grab. Goes high up towards half forward now. Over the back, good punch. It'll come out the back there, flicked out towards the big fella for Sebastopol and Toby Hunt. He can't take it. Ball goes out over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in. 60 around. We've gone 10 minutes into the second quarter. Here at the Eastern Oval.
I think we'll see that on the top 5 plays this week. They're from Stowe.
Great grab, wasn't it? Comes out to Lukic, had a lot of the ball. Hurried kick forward by Johnson. Goes to the wing. Makicha pushes his man under the ball. Umpire says, yeah, you can't do that. That'll be a free kick. And it will go to Sebastopol, and it'll be Jake Wilkinson, who's come back on. Goes inside 50. High kick. Sebastopol dropped the mark, what he should have taken, but it comes out, Luxor Fortune. Michael Powell has a shot at goal from the boundary and kicks it after the drop mark of Michael Lockyer, but don't worry about it. Powell was there to mop up. Great goal. That is Sebastopol's second. 2-3-15. They trail East Point 3-5-23. We've gone 11 minutes. That is on your Ballarat Toyota scoreboard.
Well, that's exactly what I was saying about that scoreboard pressure. They were able to nullify and just halve the contest against East Point earlier in the quarter when East Point had a bit of a roll on. Just took the hits, contested footy after contested footy, and now they're starting to get some reward on the scoreboard with another great highlight there from Powell, which no doubt will be on the top 5 plays this week, along with Stowe's mark.
Not a lot of daylight there, was there, between goalposts? Great goal. Ball goes up in the middle, comes out through the agency of Richards. Goes forward now for East Point. Punched back in towards the centre. Johnson's tackle. Didn't really have control of the ball for East Point. Not given. Umpire says I'll bounce that down in the middle again. They just won't go away, Sebastopol. I'm liking the energy and the fight in them. Up it goes. Richards. Tap forward. Johnson again. Held without it. Or was he just acting? Ball spilt free. Good tackle there by the East Point player in Jordan Taylor.
I think it's no surprise that these two played in the grand final in the last game we played. It's a really finals-like atmosphere here with the contested footy and lots of pressure on the ball kicker.
Yes, definitely got to win the contested footy here today. Free kick to East Point. I thought he paid advantage and to Sebastopol, and Cassidy ran away with it. Not so. So now it's out to the outer side. Leading his opponent under the ball was Stowe. Gives it out to the outside. Now they go in ball. Great kick, great mark. And Toby Hutt, right in front of the scoreboard, about 45 out, right forward pocket.
That was Keeble who delivered it to him, and I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to go through Keeble across half forward, use that class going inside 50. But again, they're probably just going a little too wide than what they would have preferred.
Beautiful kick. In he comes. Sits back on the ball. Does Toby Hutt? Looks like he's going to miss that to the right. Sebastopol go on to 2-4-16. They trail East Point 3-5-23. We're gone nearly 13 and a half minutes on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard as Sebastopol come up the wing, but chopping that off again is the Sebastopol unnamed player on the wing. Goes high forward over the back. Now it's Q. Goes short. No, that is Taylor now. Jordan Taylor, quick hands off. Now it comes out to Lukic. Handball to McKitcher. He's going to be tackled from behind. Got the handball free. Comes out now to True. True turns it over. Picked up by Taylor of East Point. Umpire goes down. Johnson gives up the handball. Was looking for his teammate but couldn't find Lovig. As the umpire takes a tumble, always gets a giggle out of the crowd. Kyle?
Yeah, Sebastopol's intensity has just really picked up this last few minutes. Probably stiff there not to have a holding the ball free kick against McKeitcher, but just to force that stoppage again and reset and recoup.
Tap down there by Van Meel. Players all around that. Nother's wrapped up. He's not going anywhere. The umpire says, let's have another go at that. Good tackle by the boy in Jordan Taylor. Up it goes. Richards, Van Meel. Richards wins it. Again, all wrapped up is Q. Can't go anywhere. Sorry, that was Taylor again by Nother. Uses the body well, does Richards. Big left punch out. Oh, just tackled well. Again, you're right, Kyle, they're tackling really well. I mean, that was Hayes that had no time then for East Point. Quickly wrapped up by Dan Widgery. Strong, hard tackle.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we've spoken about, keep getting these repeat stoppages around your forward 50 and just eventually the down wall will bust open.
Quick kick from Lukic, liking his game. Forward though, but... Oh, not paid. Gee, I thought he held. That was Benjamin True. It comes out now for East Point through Jones. He gives it off to his teammate in Hayes. Goes up about 20 metres up the line, but the ball goes out over the boundary line.
Fantastic second effort there by True. Probably stiff, not to be paid the mark, and then to lunge forward and put that smother on. That's the sort of stuff that Sebastopol will need to try and, well, not so much get back in the game, but start to surge their dominance, because I really do think the last 5 minutes has been all Sebastopol.
McKitcher wins the handball out over to Taylor. Taylor's kick smothered. Goes forward now for Sebastopol. Punched from behind. It'll beat all players over the boundary line, like that effort of of Mitch Walsh from behind. Got that, killed that footy quickly. The thing that worries me here, though, that Sebastopol have had all the play, and so often you see the other side go up the other end when they haven't been able to score, and they score with their first forward 50 entry. As we see Ganley, that's Jack, tackled, handball out over the boundary line. And we see Michael Lockyer asking the umpire, was that deliberate? Oh no, was it a throw? He's asking. In it comes. Van Meel. Umpire's pulled a free kick out of this one. It's going to go to James Richards. Does help when you hold the front spot in the boundary throw-in. Richards. Sorry, go on.
He's been really dominating that ruck contest the last few minutes, Richards, so it's no wonder that they're starting to get their hands on the footy.
Poor kick only found Johnson. He got the 1-2. He's kicked that straight into the man on the mark there in Widgery. Comes out again. Tackled to the ground as the East Point player. We have another bounce down, about 60 metres out. That was Johnson again, been very good as the captain of East Point. We're on 17 and a quarter minutes into the second quarter. They hold a 7-point lead to East Point in the Ballarat Toyota match of the day. Out at Eastern Oval, the rematch of 2019 Grand Final for the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League. Beautiful day for football, about 14 degrees, not a breath of wind, and a good crowd in here at Eastern Oval. Again, another stoppage, centre half forward.
It's funny you mentioned that 2019 Grand Final, Brad, because I think this game, as it stands, it's very similar. It's tightly contested, not much scoring going on. I think they're just sparring at the moment. Maybe in the second half we might see the game open up a little bit.
I did watch the Red Onion footage of the grand final out at Mars Stadium during the week, and didn't the crowd get involved in that one that day? As East Point out of wing, going in hard. Now, all wrapped up. Good tackle, liked his game, Lachlan Cassidy. Very hard at it. Umpire says, again, the major winner on the stats boards is the stoppages. And we'll have another one. Up it goes. Martin wins the tap for East Point. They cannot get clear, though. And 4 players over that one. The umpire says, you're not getting anywhere, boys. Is it something... This is where the third man up is good, but you can't do it anymore. The third man up can come in, clear that, and get it out wide.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think just on that, we've got a Ballarat Sports Medicine injury update. I think Richards there, he just went off. He looked a little ginger. I'm not sure whether he's just a bit knackered, because he did have a big 5 minutes in the ruck. But this is the opportunity now for East Point to really assert their dominance and get first hand on the ball in the ruck contest and start feeding their mids, because it's been all Sebastopol around the footy the last 5 or so minutes.
Dallas Martin and Jordan Taylor really mucked that up for East Point, and it was because of the pressure of Sebastopol, and mainly the man there in Lachlan Cassidy, who I said earlier has been excellent in the pressure stats, and he gets the free kick. Now he finds Nother in back pocket. They're going to try to switch this to the outer side. Oh! Took the mark, wore the hit. Again, the unnamed player. He'll go short back looking for Nother on the outer side. Now he has a player along the wing and goes to him in Widgery. Dan Widgery, in between wing and half forward for the Sebastopol side. We've gone nearly 20 minutes, second quarter. Kicks that inside 50. High kick, pack of players. Comes over the back. It's Hutt. Toby Hutt. Quick hands out. Goes to the outer side. Misses the shot on goal for Sebastopol. We're just going to call him number 13, Kyle. It takes Sebastopol 2-5-17. The 3-5-23 is East Point. 1 goal lead. 20 and a half minutes gone. Second quarter, Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. Tackled. Got his kick away. Luckily was Jesse Baird. The umpire had his whistle towards the mouth. He didn't have much longer. They're away now, and it's through the big fella in Martin. He goes forward. They're in the middle of the ground. Goes to the outside to Drew Murphy. Drew Murphy, high kick, sits it up, looking for his captain there in Whittaker, who's had a quieter second quarter than what he did in the first. But that is because of Kyle. They haven't had the ball inside that 50.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just about to touch on that. He's been a bit quiet, Whittaker, this quarter, but it's no fault of his own. The ball just hasn't been down there. But as we said earlier, I think Sebastopol, for all their dominance, they're still trailing. So East Point will be relatively pleased, although I'm sure they'd be looking for a bigger improvement as we head towards the end of the first half.
Jed Hill and Drew Murphy just having a nice how do you do, and it's made a few other players want to get involved, and now there's jumper dragging. The best thing you can do here is just ball that ball in, and that is exactly what they do. Now another umpire's blown the whistle. He's pulled a free kick out of this. Now they've paid the advantage. Two umpires are not communicating between each other. One's let it go on, and it would have been very handy for East Point if that was paid advantage. In the end, it comes back to Matty Johnson. Johnson sits it up towards the point of square. Oh, great mark. 1-on-2. And was able just to hold his ground there and take a very good mark. And I reckon that is the big fella for East Point in Dallas Martin.
Gee, I'd be disappointed if I was Stowe. I think it was Liam Stowe. He had the prime position being the third man up, a 1-on-2 situation. And he's just let his East Point opponent take that relative. I mean, it's almost uncontested. So next time I'm sure he wants to have a bit more of a stronger effort in that scenario.
In fact, it was Bryson McDougall as he comes in. He's only 20 metres out, directly in front, straight over the goal umpire's head, and he kicks their first for the quarter, and he's first for the game, does Bryson McDougall. That'll take him on to 4 goals, 5-29. They lead Sebastopol. 2 goals, 5-17. We have gone now on 23 minutes into the second quarter. That is on your Ballarat Toyota scoreboard.
And that's what we spoke about, Brad. East Point have really been chasing tail the last few minutes over Sebast, and they've been able to get that goal against the Tide, and it just changes the whole complexity of the game. All of a sudden, Sebastopol, who probably should have been in front, now they're finding themselves trailing by 2 goals, which I believe is the biggest margin of the match now.
So often you see it happen. Sebastopol will be kicking themselves. They have scored 1 this quarter, which was an absolute ripping goal of Michael Powell from the boundary line. And McDougall has answered that. It's taken 23 minutes, and we've got 2 goals on the scoreboard in this quarter. Up it goes from behind Martin. Can't get at it. He's blocked out. The umpire agrees, does he? He does. He's not going to let the advantage go. Johnson just goes on and kicks a goal from about 60. But the umpire says that's got to come back, and Dallas Martin will take the free kick for East Point, kicking down towards the pavilion end. 4-5-29 East Point, lead Sebastopol 2-5-17, lowers the eyes, gets it inside 50, off the hands of the pack, comes out through the back end through McNabb. McNabb now gives it out to his teammate on the outer side. Is that Haslett? Gets it up forward. Bart chopped off by East Point, out of wing position. Just holding his ground now. Gets that forward. Oh, high, that's a free kick. Just unrealistic attempt. They've allowed the advantage. It comes over to McDougall. He's going to get his second for the quarter. And straight into the open goal goes Bryson McDougall for his second of the game. And that takes him out with a 3-goal lead now, which is going to be a little bit difficult now coming into half-time. They really didn't want that to happen. And on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard, we have East Point 35 leading Sebastopol 17. We have gone 25 minutes into the second quarter. That is on your Ballarat Toyota scoreboard.
Richards is back on in the ruck, and Martin just had a dominant 5 minutes there, and it really is becoming a crucial battle in this match, that ruck contest. So keep an eye out for when Martin has to come off the ground because that's when Richards might have his chance to dominate. But East Point have just really put the foot on the throat these last few minutes, which is disappointing from a Sebastopol perspective because they really did have control for most of this quarter.
Just taking the mark, I thought he might have pushed his opponent in the back, was Q for East Point, but the umpire disagreed with me. Gets it out to the outer side. Jack Ganley takes it. He's tackled. Resulting free kick to Jake Wilkinson right in front of the commentary box here. Centre wing position. 26 minutes gone. Second quarter. Shocking grubber kick. That's a replace your divot sort of kick. Drew Murphy mopped it up for East Point, but then he's tackled by the boy in Dummett. The umpire says we'll bounce that down. 60 around from the Sebastopol goal. Up it goes. Dallas Martin, taken high, not paid.
Just probably on the wrong side there, the umpire.
That was Chris Dummett. Up it goes again. Martin. Oh, great tap. Richards gets to the outer side. Quick, hurried kick there for East Point was Taylor. It goes along the boundary. I'll tell you one thing, Kyle. Have you noticed they have quietened down McKitcher, Roma, onus?
Yeah, since we sort of spoke about that he was really getting on top, particularly around stoppages. I'm not sure whether they've set a tag to him or whether
Dan
they've
Widgery.
just... Okay, which is probably what they need to do because, and right on cue, he slips a tackle, but it's probably what Sebastopol needed to do, and it's no wonder they were able to get on top for a few minutes there.
Jed Hill gets the 1-2, then goes forward with a handball, but dropped by his teammate and Butler, then tackled. Just got to be better than that. Bit sloppy. Sebastopol there. Comes out to McKitcher, just as we say he might have gone quiet. Handballed out the back now to Taylor. Taylor has had a good second quarter. High ball inside 50 and finds first gamer for East Point in James Lukic. Already has a goal. His right forward pocket. He's going to kick that from about 48. This will bring the house down because he's got the massive crowd in behind him having a shot on goal here, Kyle. If he kicks this, you'll hear the roar.
Yeah, and McKeecher there, again, just that strong body to be able to dish the handball off. Been a bit quieter this quarter, but it just shows his class. He doesn't need to have a heap of the ball to have an impact on
I tell you what, he's got it. He's kicked that from 48 metres on the boundary and right on cue. He's going to have a cult following here at East Point. There you go at Eastern Oval. This guy in his first game for the East Point Kangaroos has kicked 2 goals, and there has been none better than that one. And that now will take East Point onto a very handy lead going into half-time. We find on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard, East Point 6-5-41. They lead Sebastopol 2-5-17, 28 and a half gone, second quarter.
This last few minutes really hurt Sebastopol here. East Point are really starting to put their foot to the metal.
4-goal deficit now, and it just didn't look like it, but they just know what to do, don't they? Sebastopol, their pressure has been incredible. It's been great, but then they just know when they need to kick a goal. They obviously can. Richards wins that down for Sebastopol. Looks like we'll have another stoppage. I don't think that's going to come out. Right in the middle of the ground. 29 minutes gone, second quarter. 24-point lead to the 2009 Premiers, East Point. Up it goes. Richards again with Van Meel. Richards wins a thumping hit, but it's sharked there by the man in Harry Ganley. Hurried kick forward. Oh, tackled high without the ball, surely. Was the East Point boy on the far side, and he will get the free kick. He's had a pretty good game too, is Joseph Dodd. Lovely left footer, and he's got a 50-metre penalty. And I don't know if that was movement or back answering, but it's going to bring him into position to kick for goal. And I'll tell you what, he's got a lovely left foot as Joseph Dodd. He's laid back on that one. He set that right through the middle. That's his first for the game. But it is Sebastopol's 6th. And that now, going into half-time, makes it very, very hard for Michael Searle. He's going to have to come up with something now when they come out after half-time, because on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard, we see East Point 7-5-47 on the slowest scoreboard in history. Leads Sebastopol 2-5-17, 5 goals. And we have gone over 30 and a half minutes in the second quarter. Umpires pulled a free kick. It'll go to Lockyer.
I think they'll just be looking for the siren here, Sebastopol. Regroup, regather, come back after half-time and reset and have a think about what they need to do differently.
Tony Lockyer out of side now. Finds a teammate. You're right. They're just going to chip this around. It ends up in the hands of Adam Haslett. Just go slow and get that half-time break and recoup and regather your thoughts. But they might get one. Coming forward from 40, sitting it up high, taking the mark right in the forward pocket. Looks like that might be Michael Powell again. He's just trying to sneak around a little bit.
He might have to be careful here running around with the siren.
Oh, he's hit the post. He just rushed it, didn't he?
He almost probably had to because there couldn't be too much longer left in the quarter. So if the siren had gone, he wouldn't have been able to run around on his mark.
This is why players should kick through the old drop punt. Taught it as kids. They go short, East Point bringing the ball in. First gamer for the East Point side is Aaron Hayes. Kyabram Premiership player, as we have half-time here at Eastern Oval in the Ballarat Toyota Match of the Day for the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League. East Point 7-5-47, leads Sebastopol 2-6-18. That is half-time here at East Point. Goal kickers for East Point up to half-time. 2 each to Bryson McDougall, Brad Whitaker, and 1 each to James Lukic and Joseph Dodd. And for the Sebastopol side, Michael Powell has 1, and what a goal it was, and James Keeble has 1. So that is a 29-point lead to the East Point side here at Eastern Oval. We will be back for the resumption of the second half of the Match of the Day here at Eastern Oval very soon. Welcome back to the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League half-time McDonald's McCafe half-time break. And at the moment, we have East Point 7-5-47 leading Sebastopol 2-6-18. And for East Point, the goal kickers Whitaker and McDougall have 2, Lukic and Dodd have singles. And for the Sebastopol side, singles to Michael Powell and Keeble. And Kyle, it's been a good half of football. It just looked like Sebastopol were going to make some inroads that early part of that second quarter, and then East Point just went bang, 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 and we've seen one of the greatest goals from the boundary line kicked by James Lukic. Yeah,
that's it, and it just shows that you take your chances, as East Point have done, and you put that scoreboard pressure on. 29 points, look, it's definitely not out of the question from Sebastopol's point, but I just feel it feels like when they go forward that Sebastopol, they're really having to work hard for those forward 50 entries compared to East Point. East Point have also just been dominating and really hurting Sebastopol on turnover. And then around the footy, they dominated early with Machicha. Am I saying that correctly,
Makicha.
Makicha. We'll know that by the end of the season, no doubt. No doubt, I'm sure he's going to poll very well in league the Henderson Medal. But yeah, once they sort of clamped him down a bit, I think they were able to get more of a feel around the footy. But then he got a few important touches late, which just shows the class of him, which were involved in some pretty handy goals. But yeah, I really do think that Sebastopol, if they can just keep hanging on and then hit the scoreboard and get some reward for effort, then they're definitely not out of this. But I think the old premiership quarter, it's really important that they stay within touching distance heading into the last.
I did rob Lukic of a goal, 2 goals to Lukic, McDougall and Whitaker, and 1 to Dodd. That gives them their 7. And single goals to Sebastopol in Keeble and Powell. What I've liked is the ruck work of Sebastopol's ruckman, James Richards, who's rucking against Van Meel and Martin, and he has done it the whole half. They're going to need him again to do the same in the second half.
Yeah, well, when he went off late in that second quarter, that's when East Point were able to get dominance around the footy. Martin started getting his hands on the footy first and started feeding his midfielders, and it's just showing, as we spoke about at the time, that it's a real crucial matchup in this game. Hutt has done a little bit of... Toby Hutt's done a little bit of... forward, but I really think maybe he might need a bit more of a chop out this quarter, just so that he keeps fresh for the last, because as we said, that's going to go a long way to deciding this match.
We've had some McDonald McCafe real highlights in the first half of this game, where one of the goals by Michael Powell for Sebastopol was an absolute ripper from the boundary, and then James Lukic's goal from the boundary at the other end in the second quarter brought the house down, and then the mark of Liam Stowe was sensational as well.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult fitting all of these into a top 5 across all matches during the week, Brad, but team at Red Onion will be able to come up with something. Really looking forward to second half of this match, because the first half had to have that real final-like atmosphere that we spoke about earlier in the second quarter. And then, as we all can see, East Point have really kicked away towards the end there.
Yes, as we said at the top of the broadcast, we have waited 826,560 minutes, and we haven't been let down in the first half of football here at Eastern Oval. It's half-time, the McCafe half-time break. East Point 7-5-47 lead, Sebastopol 2-6-18. In the Ballarat Toyota match of the day for the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League. We will be back here at Eastern Oval for the resumption of play and the third quarter very shortly. Welcome back to the Eastern Oval for the second half of the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League Ballarat Toyota match of the day, where we see East Point sitting at 7-5-47. They lead Sebastopol 2-6-18. It is going to have to be a very good second half of Sebastopol to get back in touch with the East Point side. And don't forget, the all-new Kluger comes out June 2 at Ballarat Toyota, 19 Creswick Road, Ballarat. Get out and see Daryl Crawley and the crew, and they'll look after you. Doesn't look like, just for Ballarat Sports Medicine injury update, Kyle, doesn't look like we've had any injuries, really. There's been a couple of bit sore spots. They've come off and come back on. Everything looks clear. Bill of health?
Yeah, I think so. Wilkinson came off early in that first quarter with maybe a corky, but unfortunately there's no sympathy for a corky. You're sort of just told to toughen up and get on with it, but they do hurt, particularly in cold Ballarat weather. But yeah, apart from that, I can't really remember any other injuries for Ballarat Sports Medicine.
And I noticed that Chris Dummett for Sebastopol is going to Makitcha Rotuma Onus. He would be about the fourth one that they've tried since quarter time. It'll be interesting to see how he goes. Richards will take his spot in the ruck for Sebastopol. And Joel Van Meel for East Point as we get underway. Again, Richards wins the tap. Makitcha gets quick hands out to his teammate there, though, in Dallenberg. He kicks East Point forward. Inside 50 they go now. Overrunning the ball for East Point was Taylor. Comes out to Lockyer. It's Tony. Quick handball on the outside. Finds his teammate there in O'Shea, who's been good. Now they're away, Sebastopol, and they'll go up forward. Not taking the mark, though, for Sebastopol. Now it comes away through East Point up towards half forward. Picked up by Ben Hutt. He's wrapped up by Joseph Dodd, and we'll have a bounce down about 60 around from the East Point goal. The big fella down there, I'm trying to see who that was. I reckon that might have been Toby Hutt, was it?
That was Stout.
Stout, was it? Stowe,
sorry.
And it looks like the free kick, again, as I said earlier, Lachlan Cassidy, I've liked his game. He goes short to Dummett. It looks like he's got the job on Makitcha. Dummett now, waiting for some movement, has rather short, but doesn't know the short, doesn't use him. Punched away by the big fella there in Dallas Martin, up towards the wing. Again, Cassidy in and underneath for the Sebastopol side. He's wrapped up, double prong by Makitcha and Dodd. We'll have another bounce down. Centre wing position in front of the commentary box. Up it goes. Richards tries to take it out of the ruck. Might have collected his opponent high. He has. And that's Dodd. Quick hands off to the outside. Now they go in through Aaron Hayes. High kick inside 50. Getting to the bottom of the pack there was our man in Lukic. He can't win the ball. Gets it out to the outside to Dallenberg. Right foot snap. Misses to the right. That'll take East Point on to 7-6-48. They lead Sebastopol 2-6-18. We've gone 2 minutes, third quarter, on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. Away they go. Sebastopol outside, coming up towards the commentary side of the ground. Tap back in beautifully by Van Meel. Now Makitcha gives it off to Dodd onto his non-preferred right. Gets it inside 50. But mopping up for Sebastopol is Ben Hutt. They go to the outer side now. I've liked this boy's game. Kyle, Jed Hill.
He's been good, yeah. He's probably been their best midfielder today, I'd say, for Sebast.
Comes back out to Cassidy, who I've said numerous times has been good. Don't like that kick. Gives a lot of a look at it for Whittaker, but able to take the mark was Big James Richards for Sebastopol.
He's been another one for Sebastopol that's playing a massive game. It's real key, vital cog for them.
Up the wing. Dropped what he probably should have taken was Toby Hutt. And that ball goes out over the boundary line right in front of the East Point coach's box. We've gone 3 minutes into the third quarter. 7-6-48 to 2-6-18. East Point lead, comes over the back. O'Shea overruns it, comes out to Cassidy, finds Tony Lockyer, who just keeps mopping up for Sebastopol. Kick forward. Ooh, tripped there, not paid. Gets it out to McKitcher. McKitcher goes forward. Ooh, I thought that was a well way to kick, but just getting his hand in front was Ben Hart. Now they're through the middle, but they're fumbling. Ducked in underneath it was Dummett. Now goes forward, looking for the big man there in Stowe. He can't mark it. Again, another player ducking under. Comes out to the boy for East Point, and they'll go out to the outer side through Harry Ganley. Now back to centre half forward. He's wrapped up his hut. Again, Ben. I have another bounce down.
Sun might have played an issue there. Bit like the Dockland Stadium.
Yes. Yeah, up it goes. Ganley, that's Jack. Right foot snap. Getting the bounce of the ball then for Sebastopol, though, was true. Quick hands to the outer side to Jed Hill. Short kick to Cassidy. Cassidy now has O'Shea outer side if he wants him. No, won't use him. He'll go long up the outer side. Not a great kick. Floater. But, dropping that ball when he... in the back for East Point, not paid. Oh, yes, he's paid. No, he hasn't. Goes forward now, Sebastopol. It's Hutt. That's Toby. Gets on the bike. High kick inside, 50. Great kick and a great mark. Really well done by Michael Powell then.
Perfect ball movement there. That's what Sebastopol will be wanting to do. And this is a massive goal here from Powell.
Just a good lead, wasn't it? And the commitment to mark it, a lot of players will wait for that to bounce to them, and he really dived at it. This will be interesting. The one we've seen him kick earlier in the day is any indication, although he missed a simple one later. This should go through post-height, I would have thought. In he comes. He's going to kick from 35, slide angle. Going to miss that to the right. It's coming back, but not enough. To 7-19. Trail East Point 7-6-48. 5.5 minutes gone. Third quarter, Ballarat Toyota scoreboard.
Yeah, they need to be putting those ones through to get back into this game. Sebast can't afford to let missed opportunities go through the keeper.
Lovic brings the ball in. Great ride. Great mark, Mitch Walsh. Halfback. Oh, he's paid a free kick. What did he pay?
I think by the looks of it, he's played a block out against the other East Point player.
Wow. James Richards will take the free kick, but whoever give that free kick away, Mitch Walsh won't be happy. Another one's just jumped up, tried to take mark at the century, and that looked like it was Powell again. He butters up, wins the ball, goes forward. Nother's in there. Quick hands out. Quick kick at goal. Was that Cassidy? Yes, it was. And the hands out, beautiful hands out, was Simon Butler. Great goal. Sebastopol, they really needed that, as you said. And it brings them back within that 4-goal area, Kyle.
Well, they've started this quarter with tenacity and ferocity, and I really do think that first goal for Sebastopol is exactly what they needed. They couldn't let it stretch out to a 6-goal margin. But as we've seen previously, as soon as we think Sebastopol are getting back into the game, East Point have had an answer. So time for Sebastopol to really step up here. 7
minutes third quarter, 3-7-25 Sebastopol. Trail East Point 7-6-48. That is on your Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. Richards wins the tap, butters it up again, really liking his game. Hurry kick forward. Keeble's in there underneath. Umpire says no, I'll bounce that up. Yeah, Cassidy's been very good for him. Been hard in and under, and then he gets himself a goal. Really good footy. Up it goes. Again, won by Richards, but it's sharked by Dallenberg for East Point. Hurry kick. Oh, beautiful bounce. Goes to Hausler. Hausler now onto the left foot. Sits that ball up. Outer side. Aaron Hayes is there for East Point. Wins it. Handballs on the inside. Finds his teammate in McDougall. Now they're away. Right on 50. And he's got that. And I reckon that might have been Jack Ganley, and it was. Jack Ganley gets his first goal for East Point after crossing from Ararat. And Ganley gets his first of the day, and he's been quite good. And it's good to see him get his first for the East Point side. And as quick as Sebastopol got that goal, East Point, Kyle, were able to return serve.
It's just the story of the day. Every time Sebastopol look like they're going to get back into the game, as we spoke about only about a minute prior, East Point just bang on another goal. And, yeah.
Sebastopol 3-7-25, trail East Point 8-6-54. That is on your Ballarat Toyota scoreboard third quarter. We've gone nearly 9 minutes out here at the Eastern Oval. Beautiful day for football. Great crowd in for the first game in 82 weeks. Up it goes. Richards wins the tap. Keeble tackle without it, not paid. Quick hands out. Now, smart little kick. Didn't blaze away, was dumb it, just chipped it inside. Big Hut gives it off, and they're away again. Sebastopol, they won't go away. Michael Lockyer, he gets his first goal for Sebastopol at his new club. And a quick answer, Kyle Pova.
Absolutely, and fantastic effort there from Butler to just keep the ball moving. Won't get a stat for that, but as you saw, his teammates got around him. They knew that was his goal. It was his hard effort at the footy that set up that play.
Yeah, it just didn't blaze away. It's like their composure. And it's James Richards. It's just giving them first use of the ball, and he butters up over after he wins that tap. 4-7-31 Sebastopol. Trailing East Point 8-6-54, back within that 4-goal margin. Again, Richards, big punch forward. Nothers there. Traps the ball. Goes back, retrieves it. Handball to the outside. Goes to his teammate Widgery. Widgery sits it up. Looking for the big boys. Toby Hutt's there. He can't win it. Quick hands out. The back is Walsh for East Point. Now McKitcher has a teammate on the outside. They'll get out of trouble here with a high kick. Backing back, though, is Tony Lockyer, ever reliable, as the kick was meant for Lucas Dallenberg. But Tony Lockyer, with courage, just back, killed the footy with a boundary throw in.
Richards has started this second half on fire. His follow-up work has been tremendous for Sebast.
Brilliant. Out to Widgery again. He's tackled. Ball spills free. Probably taken high. I thought Keeble might have tackled his opponent Joseph Dodd high, not paid. We'll have another bounce down. Right in front of the commentary box. Up it goes. That one is won by Van Meel, which has been rare. Comes out now. Oh, well done. Pirouetting out of the pack was Billy Jones. Gets his handball all wrapped up there. Was Wilkinson for Sebastopol. Stoppage after stoppage, which is probably playing into East Point's hands, Kyle.
I think so, yeah. Considering Sebastopol probably started this quarter better than East Point, but scoreboard not necessarily showing that.
Keeble wins a free kick. He was held long in the tackle. Ball spilt free. Not happy with the service he's getting from Jordan Taylor there. Been good. Has Keeble. Sits the ball up. Looking for a high flyer. Gets the high flyer in Toby Hutt. I've liked his quarter so far. Couldn't hold the mark though. All wrapped up. We'll have a bounce down 50 out from the Sebastopol goal.
Again, they need that scoreboard pressure though, the Boroughs, just to get back into the game, because they've had the dominance around the ball, but again, they just haven't been able to put any scoreboard pressure on.
Spot on. McKitcher was tackled. He did lift the arm. He was lucky that did not connect. It would have been a holiday. Just lifted the arm as he was tackled. You've got to be very careful. Ask Stephen May that. As in it comes. Toby Hutt wins it. Quick hands out. O'Shea on the outside. Hits the right foot, check side. Comes to ground. Right foot snap it. Goal by Jed Hill. They're back in it. 6-7-43. Sebastopol trail East Point 8-6-54. 12 and a half minutes gone on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. They're back in the game, Kyle.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's just that repeat stoppage inside 50 again that's just busting the damn wall open. We saw East Point doing that in the first half. It's amazing how much pressure you put on a team's defence when you're able to lock the ball inside that forward 50, and just that relentless effort and pressure from the Sebastopol forwards and mids is what really resulted in that goal, Brad.
Yes, they are back in it, and it's good to see they have not gone away. 3 third quarter goals at the moment for the Boroughs. Again, Richards in there. Again, as you've said earlier, buttering up, tackling, winning the tap, winning his own ball.
He's almost best on ground for mine at the moment, Brad.
Been very good. As James Richards, up it goes. That's won by East Point that time in Van Mill, but sharked by Sebastopol. Jed Hill tackled without it, not paid. McKitcher's in there for East Point. He could have been tackled without it. No, the wins it. Hurry, kick inside 50. Coming out now and meeting the ball. Now he's been good, is Keeble. Quick hands on the outside. Has Jed Hill again. But he's going to miss this to the right and miss everything. Out of bounce on the full, resulting free kick, East Point.
He's looking dangerous up forward, Hill, as it looks like he's actually coming off now for a spell.
Yeah, he'll have a spell. Dummett will come on for him. Loved Keeble's game for Sebastopol. This is really good standard of footy. They'll bring it back in. Lovig, it looks like. High kick, outer wing. Over the back was Walsh. Nearly took that one as well. Not paid. Comes out, check side kick for East Point and Taylor. But backing back, taking the mark is Pabst for Sebastopol. Looking for, but carrying over Cassidy. McKitcher's there to mop up. Handball inside the middle of the ground. Now they're away. East Point through the agency there of Dallenberg. Dallenberg has a shot on. Probably should have lowered some eyes. He's missed to the right.
Dangerous ball movement still there though, Brad.
18 points in front, East Point. They're away now, Sebastopol. Loving this guy's third quarter. Chris Dummett finds a teammate in Wilkinson in between wing and half back. He's asked by his teammates to go to the outer side, get a switch in. Oh, he's kicked to a contest when he did have players on the outer side. He was looking for Lockyer, as you probably would go to him a lot because he's so reliable. But the kick wasn't great, and it's taken out by Harry Ganley.
Not sure if Lockyer was cramping there or whether he might have a slight twinge in the hamstring. He just clutched at it and was doing a few stretches for Ballarat Sports Medicine. So we'll just keep an eye on that one.
Dallenberg wins a free kick, quickly gives it off to a teammate. They're away. High kick inside by Harry Ganley, carries the back of the pack. Our man, James Lukic, is there, falls over. Ball spilt free. Ball goes over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in. Right forward pocket for the East Point side. We're going nearly 16 minutes. 8:7:55 East Point. Lead Sebastopol 5:7:37 on your Toyota Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. Third quarter, in it comes. Lukic does the duties against Richards. Hurried kick forward. Flicked over the back of the head, as we see a lot nowadays. Taylor for East Point gets it inside 50. Again, it looks like Lockyer, just so ever reliable. Has a teammate in Hausler, sits up for him. He's in trouble. He gets out of the tackle. There's Lockyer there. He's got no one to go to. Quickly gets the kick. Surely you can't pay that deliberate. That was an accidental kick to that side.
Good pressure then by the East Point forwards to just lock that ball in. They were almost out there, Sebast.
It was actually McNabb that brought that out for Sebastopol towards Tony Lockyer. Ball comes forward. He's had a good third quarter thus far for East Point. Has Dallenberg defended out with a quick kick off the ground. Lux of Fortune finds Hausler. He'll go to the outer side. Sit that one up for a teammate in Pabst. Pabst now looking to go further. Was looking for a teammate in Butler. Didn't get there. It was cleaned up by Ganley. That's Harry. Now it comes back inside 50. Punched away by O'Keefe for Sebastopol. And they'll mop out to the outer side. Pabst finds a teammate. Looks like Cassidy again, outer wing. Been very good for the Borough. Big back-to-school night for Sebastopol. Their first function, getting back into it, the swing of it after so long off tonight. They would like to celebrate that with a win as they find Jed Hill. Runs inside 50. Has a shot on goal. Wow-wee, it's back on. Hill's second for the quarter.
He's been massive these last few minutes, Hill, since he's moved up forward. His difficult matchup, real quick, nimble, ball hits the deck, and he's just too quick for these East Point defenders at the moment. And I have noticed they are quite tall down there at the moment, East Point, so it's probably a point of difference for the Sebastopol team.
Back within 2 goals, 6-7-43. Sebastopol trail East Point 8-7-55, 18 and a half gone in the third quarter. That is on your Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. Incredible quarter. Running off that wing, Jet Hill, 2 third quarter goals. He has been very, very good. Looks like Widgery gets it out to the outside to Nother. Nother, quick kick inside 50. Looking for the big man there. Cannot find him in Stowe. East Point able to mop up. Good punch from behind Wilkinson. Nother been good too, getting a lot of the ball at ground level. Toby Hutt takes the mark. It's paid. Now, they can get another one here. It'll be interesting. And they're looking for that man in Hill. Probably taken high, butted up with a great tackle, which enabled Keeble to win the free ball. Quick hands back out to Jet Hill. Surely not. No, sits it into the goal square. That would have brought the house down. East Point able to defend. Looking for the big ruckman there in Van Meel. Van Meel goes up the wing. That's not going to make the area that he wanted to go to, and Sebastopol are able again to mop up, go forward, good kick. Now they're around, they find Cassidy. He's about 60 from home, quickly plays on, takes a bounce, takes 2, goes inside 50, balks around 1, quick hands off as he's met. Gets it out now to the boy. He's missed that to the right. Michael Lockyer shouldn't have missed it. Kyle, what happened there?
Massive let off there. They had 3 players everywhere. I'm not sure what happened there. Must have been a breakdown in communication between the East Point defenders, but they were not set up accordingly there.
6-8-44 Sebastopol, trail East Point. 8-7-55, 20 and a quarter minutes gone, third quarter. That's on your Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. We'll have a boundary throw in, about 55 around from Sebastopol's goal.
Nother has been massive for Sebastopol this quarter. He's been good all game, but his in and under grunt work has been huge around the contest, I think, which is a big reason why they're able to get the ball forward.
Certainly has. Widgery's tackled there after the boundary throw-in by Dallenberg. Liked his quarter as well for East Point. We'll have a bounce down, about 50 out from the Sebastopol goal. Martin wins it out to that man in Dallenberg, but it's quickly kicked forward by Richards for Sebastopol. Mopped up in the back half now. East Point defending stoutly. Quick hands off. They're away now to the outer side. Looking for Gallagher and taking the mark. Has an outrider, doesn't use him. He'll now look to go high. Not a good kick. And easy to mop up at the back there was Pabst. Pabst, he'll go short. Finds a teammate in Benjamin True. They've just controlled the game, Kyle, this third quarter, haven't they?
They have. They really have controlled, particularly through the corridor, which in the first half, they were probably going a bit too wide, but they're looking to bring the ball back a lot sooner through that corridor, which is hard to defend, as we know.
True kicked it forward. Richards thought he might have got a free kick, didn't get it. McKitcher has won the kick out to the wing for East Point, but it's mopped up again. I've liked his quarter too, Paps. Now it comes out to Cassidy. Cassidy sits the ball to the advantage of his forward in Powell. Keeble mops up, runs in, open goal. They're back in it. What a goal.
Again, it was Hill's effort on the wing here just to create a contest and then get that quick little handball off to his Sebastopol teammate in space, and then Keeble mopping up off Powell's contested work. They're just been too good this quarter, Brad.
They certainly have. They have been unbelievable. That is 5 third quarter goals to East Point's 1. And that takes Sebastopol on to 7-8-50. They trail East Point 8-7-55. They're within a goal, 22 and a half minutes gone. Third quarter on your Ballarat Toyota scoreboard.
Stowe's into the ruck now, so this is what really cost Sebastopol late in that second quarter. So this is the chance for East Point to really surge dominance around the footy.
Yes, very well picked up, Kyle. Richards has been dominant, and he will need a rest, and he's obviously gone to for a rest at the 23rd minute of the third. Away Sebastopol again, sits it up, looking for Hill, but very well played by Ganley. Now, hurried kick forward. There's Jack Ganley on the outside, has his brother, doesn't use him. Now, short kick forward. They're away here through Dodd. Dodd's going to square that up or have a shot. He's had a shot, missed to the right. Already kicked one for the day. Missed that one, though. Joseph Dodd, nice little left footer. The two Ganley brothers looking, Harry and Jack, looking very, very good in their first outing. Sebastopol bring the ball in to Riley O'Keefe. Defensive 50, right on defensive 50. He'll probably go up the line here. Hasn't got much else. He's got Toby Hutt if he wants to sit that up for him. He sits. Oh, good mark. Good mark, Toby Hutt. Just held his ground.
And that 50 metre for the stand rule.
Yes, Mitch Walsh. Yep. And nearly get another one here. He has.
Yeah, he's given another one. This is going to make scores level.
They're in front. Oh, no, they got the point. You're right. Sorry. It will be all level. Who would have thought at half time, you just not would have thought this. This is an incredible comeback.
Absolutely. Massive move from Coach Michael Searle from Sebast to swing Hill forward. He's been playing more as a wing half forward this quarter, and he's just been able to create that spark, which is what they needed because it was a bit bland in that first half from Sebastopol. And yeah, you're right. Who would have seen this at half time?
Unbelievable. We're all locked up, brother, on 8-8-56 here at the Eastern Oval. Unbelievable on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. Nearly 25 minutes gone. East Point, 8-8-56. Sebastopol, 8-8-56. Unbelievable comeback. This is going to be a ripping last quarter. We're gone 25 minutes. Wow. The names that we've called, Notha, they've, as you said earlier, just got so much of it. I've loved Cassidy, Jed Hill. The ruckman has been super in Richards. Toby Hutt up forward as Widgery gets a quick kick forward, but that's mopped up by Joel Gallagher. He'll go to the outer side, looking for Aaron Hayes and finds him. He's quickly playing on. Long kick towards half forward, punched away, quickly roved by the ruckman in Van Meel. Kick is smothered. Kick off the ground now, liked his quarter two in Wilkinson. And they're away against Sebastopol. Handball over the top. It's Hutt again. That's Toby. Quick kick forward now by the boy in O'Keefe. Mopped up, though, by Jesse Baird for East Point. But it comes back to Richards, is it? He's mopped up. Umpire will say, you had prior.
Fantastic tackle there from Martin. You want that exact pressure and ferocity, almost Mumford-like. For your ruckman.
He'll come to the scoreboard side. Dallas Martin, high kick. There he is again, Jed Hill, mopping up. Handballs out to his teammate in True. True on to Ben Hutt. Kicks inside 50. Was looking for Powell. He couldn't mark it. Then he's all wrapped up, gang tackled. There'll be a bounce down. 50 out from the Sebastopol goal. Have they got time to get in front? We've gone nearly 29 minutes. And it's 56 apiece.
I think they've got enough time, Brad. I think it's going to be a longer quarter. There's certainly been a number of goals kicked from Sebastopol's point of view.
Sharked there for East Point. Quick kick out. Tackling's been superb, Kyle, today by both sides.
Absolutely. We've spoken about it throughout the day. It's got that final-like atmosphere about it, and no one of these two teams played off against one another in the last decider we had back in 2019.
That was Dallenberg that got that quick kick on the outside. There he is again, mopping up. He's been great, but this is sharked by Michael Lockyer, who missed a goal that he should have got, would have them in front. Goes forward. Oh, quick hands out, comes out to Keeble. He gives it, and they're in front. And it's been snapped by Simon Butler with a right foot check side. Quick hands out from James Keeble, and they have hit the front for the first time in the game at the 28-minute mark of the third quarter. Sebastopol, 9-8-62. Lead East Point, 8-8-56. That is on your Ballarat Toyota scoreboard.
And it was Keeble again there, Brad. It's been all of Sebastopol's star players that have really stood up in this third quarter, and that's exactly what you want. You want your good players standing up in the big moments. And right now, I can't see East Point scoring at the moment. They've just completely stopped compared to that first half.
It has been incredible. They have kicked 7 goals, 2 in this third quarter to East Point's 1 goal, 3. An incredible quarter of football.
And it's probably worth mentioning for those at home, it's pretty much dead still. There's almost no breeze to speak of, so it's not like they're kicking with a big advantage.
Spot on, Kyle. It is a beautiful day for football. As again, Nother in and underneath. It's slapped out the back. Quick kick for Sebastopol goes forward. Nother is out there again, but it'll be Van Meel that'll mop it up. Hurried kick because he knew he was going to be under pressure, such as the pressure has been from the Sebastopol Boroughs in this third quarter. They now have the ball on the outer side. And right now, at the 30-minute mark of the third quarter, they're in front. They control the game. Just don't turn it over, Kyle.
Yeah, that's it. Although when you're hot, you might want to put more scoreboard pressure on. I reckon East Point wouldn't mind going into the three-quarter time break with a 1-goal deficit.
Toby Hutt kicks it forward. Sharked, hands over the top. It comes to Powell. He's tackled. Just no time. Very, very good tackle by East Point. Now they're away. It's Jack Ganley. Ganley gets him out of trouble, but he has no one to go to, and it's going to be Riley O'Keefe that's going to mop up for the Sebastopol side. Had Cassidy short, decided to go longer. Punch from behind. Ganley's there. He can't get it. Ben Hutt tackled. Spilt free to Toby Hutt. Now, quick hands on the inside. Looking for Keeble. Tried to draw the high free kick on from Mitch Walsh. And three-quarter time, can you believe it? 9-8-62 Sebastopol, lead East Point 8-8-56 on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. Three-quarter time here at Eastern Oval in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League match of the day. We'll take a short break. We'll come back with all the goal kickers and what happened in that third quarter before an incredible last quarter that lies ahead of us. Welcome back to the Eastern Oval for the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League Ballarat Toyota match of the day. And it is three-quarter time here at Eastern Oval. And it is East Point 8-8-56 trail Sebastopol. Who would have thought? 9-9-63 at three-quarter time out here at the Eastern Oval. Goal kickers for Sebastopol. We have 2 to Jed Hill, 2 to James Keeble, singles to Toby Hutt, Simon Butler, Lachlan Cassidy, Michael Powell and Michael Lockyer. And for the East Point side, we have 2 to Brad Whittaker, 2 to Bryson McDougall, 2 to James Lukic, and singles to Jack Ganley and Joseph Dodd. In that quarter, we've seen the Sebastopol side pile on 7 goals to the East Point side, 1 goal. Kyle, who would have thought?
We definitely didn't see that coming at half-time, Brad. We spoke about how they weren't out of it. It was only a 5-goal deficit, so definitely still in the game. But we spoke about that first goal being also mighty important, and Sebastopol slammed it on. Quick response again from East Point, which they'd done throughout the day. But from there on end, it was all Sebastopol. East Point just stopped. Every time they got the ball and looked up coming out defensive 50, they had no one to go to. Pressure on the ball carrier. It's almost a literally complete opposite of what we saw in the first half.
It certainly was. They put the stop on Makicha Rodomaonis. Absolutely stopped him through there when Chris Dummett went to him, and he actually got a fair bit of the footy himself. And guys like Cassidy, Jed Hill, Keeble, Toby Hutt up forward, and of course the ruckman, James Richards, they just controlled the game in that third quarter.
Absolutely, yeah. We spoke about the big name players from Sebast stepping up there, which is what you want. Great coaching by Michael Searle, as we spoke about. Having the guts, I suppose, to be able to flick Hill forward, who just created that spark that they needed. He's, by the looks of it, lining up on a wing again, but sort of playing that forward side winger, which is what they want, because he's just losing his opponent through traffic and creating lots of scoring opportunities, either through himself kicking the goal or setting up the play himself.
Yep, we're just about to get underway here for the last quarter. Jake Bridges just spoken to his players down there in the huddle, and it would have been interesting to be a fly on the wall there. And Michael Searle for Sebastopol spoke to his players in his first gig as senior coach for Sebastopol. Can he take it out? Can he beat East Point, that have won the last 2 premierships and been the dominant side in this McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League competition for the last 2 seasons? They hold a 7-point deficit, 7-point lead at three-quarter time, and we are in for a ripping last quarter out here at the Eastern Oval. The Ballarat Toyota BFNL match of the day.
Who you reckon's going to win, Brad?
I'm going to go with Sebastopol. It'll be very hard to go against them the way they've been playing. And again, it's Dummett that gets the first clearance with a kick forward. Toby Hutt, it's the same names. They now go forward with a high kick. Tap forward there for East Point. They will get it away. But he's turned it over. This is incredible. And he's just put that down the throat there of Adam Haslett, and he'll get a shot on goal. Kyle, if he puts this one away, look out.
Yeah, absolutely. Too early to write it off, and the deficit isn't big enough, but it really is hard to see East Point coming back from this. As we said, they've just looked slow in this second half, complete opposite to what they were serving up in the first half as Haslett comes in. In
comes Haslett. He looks like he'll hit that to the left, and he's missed that to the left. That will be an 8-point lead. Yeah, I certainly won't be riding off East Point, but having said that, they started the way they finished that quarter, Sebastopol, where they are just in control. Ball comes out. Toby Hutt again. What a second half he has played. High ball inside 50. High leap by Keeble. Couldn't take the mark. Ball comes to ground. Loved James Keeble's game. I think we've mentioned that a few times.
He's been massive around half forward. He's just so creative and dangerous around goals.
Up it goes. Toby Hutt will do ruck duties with Martin. Held with not in possession, and Toby Hutt will take the free kick. He'll kick from about 47 metres. Right in front of us here at the commentary box. We'll get a good look on this one. 9-10-64 Sebastopol lead, East Point 8-8-56. gone nearly 2 minutes. Last quarter on your Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. Toby Hutt, they will be up and about if he can put this one through. And he comes, goes close to the man on the mark, and that normally always means you will kick that to the left.
Yeah, he had the distance covered pretty easily, so I'm not sure why he needed to get so close there.
And they come very quickly, does East Point, with a high kick, looking for Dallenberg, comes over the back. It's all East Point here, but just a great smother. And this is the intent that they've had. Benjamin True there, Harry Ganley had the ball. He was away, but True's commitment to kill that footy.
He's done that a few times today, Drew. Again, it won't register as a stat, but it's massive for the team.
Nother's gone back to McKitcher, I noticed. So they've sort of double tagged. It's very good coaching by Searle. McKitcher wins that one. Hurry kick forward. Quick hands on the outside now, but wrapped up quickly was Lovig, and that's what they've done. Every time you win the ball, there is 2 or 3 Sebastopol players ready to pounce. Up it goes. Martin and Richards comes forward. Quick handball over the back by Taylor for East Point. Nother wins it. Hurry kick forward. Holding the front position was Keeble. He's able to get away. He's taken a free kick though. He got the hands out to Jed Hill, but the umpire says come back.
His burst of speed, Keeble, no one can keep up with him. He's just so explosive.
And can he jump? And this is the part of his game I really like, is his feet. He's a beautiful kick of the footy. Hart gets that forward. Well roved there by Sebastopol. Is Butler. Left foot snap. Ooh, just got a bad bounce there. Was Dummett. Couldn't win it. But it comes out to the outside to Adam Haslett. And they've got the first one on the board and the last. Wow. Adam Haslett just on the outside was fed the ball out. He's been good on the outside all day, has Haslett and Hill on their wings. And that has taken Sebastopol, unbelievably, to 10-11-71, 8-8-56 East Point, 4 minutes gone last quarter on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard.
Yeah, Cassidy there, just the composure to get the handball out to Haslett instead of blazing away himself. Experience head on his shoulders there, which again, that goal's vital now.
It is incredible. East Point, 5 goals since quarter time. Sebastopol 9. But East Point go in forward. Beautiful kick forward there by Samuel Q. And he's found the big man and he's looked dangerous up forward, Bryson McDougall.
Particularly when you get ball movement like that. And that's why you cannot write off East Point here, because just like that, they can hurt you forward of the footy.
He's kicked a couple. He's kicked one in the first, one in the second. And he'll kick this from roughly 30 metres. Slide angle. Shouldn't trouble him. And he comes. Sits it up. Straight over the umpire's head. And another goal to East Point. A weighted goal to Bryson McDougall. Sorry, he got his 2 goals in the second quarter. That is his 3rd in the last.
Just on that, Brad, just a real minor thing I've picked up there. We're at an East Point's ground, East Point home game. Real crucial goal there. And the crowd were, I don't know whether they're a bit tense, but it almost seems like it's a Sebastopol home game with the crowd. Because when Sebastopol kick a goal, that crowd's going berserk.
I wonder if that's got anything to do with dominance over the years, that they're in a bit of shock, Kyle. 9-8-62 East Point. Sebastopol 10-11-71. We have gone nearly 6 minutes last quarter on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. Taylor on the outer side for East Point. Sits that up inside 50. Punched out over the back. Ooh, and really given another hit was Riley O'Keefe. I have seen umpires pay that as deliberate. Not this time. We'll have a boundary throw in, about 50 around from the East Point goal. 9-point deficit, Sebastopol's way. East Point go forward, high ball. Backing back there was true for Sebastopol with courage. Punched the ball out over the boundary line in the Red Onion forward pocket.
Is this Keith's first game? For Sebastopol?
O'Keefe's. Yeah, I'm not too sure. We didn't get his number until half time. We didn't have him or Hausler. We weren't sure who was playing, but he's played well.
He has. He's been very reliable down back for Sebastopol.
As they bring that out of defence, but they've kicked that on the full. Aaron Hayes will take the resultant free kick for East Point. He's about 60 out. He's copping a fair bit from the crowd just behind him, as you do. Hayes sends it in. Well read. Just read that better than everyone. I think that's Lukic, who's got a couple for the day. And he'll shoot for his third. He's been good, Kyle.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of first gamers for their club, looking to put through his third, I believe. And again, this would be a massive goal. East Point have probably swung back the momentum their way the last few minutes, and I reckon this one's going right down to the wire. What an exciting match for round one, match of the day, thanks to Ballarat Toyota.
Yes, right in front of the Red Onion sign as he comes in. Sits back on it. He likes it. The crowd like it. Now they're awake. Gets his third. And that will take him within 3 points now, and it's game alive. And you're right, it has been the momentum swings, and it has just swung back to East Point, and they just know what they need to do in these situations, being such a dominant side for a few years now. So East Point back in within 3 points in the last quarter on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard, 10-8-68. Trail Sebastopol 10-11-71. We've gone 9 minutes last quarter.
Just noticing again, Brad Stowe back in the ruck, which means Richards must be off the ground. So this is again the opportunity for Martin to get first use on the ball, as Stowe actually beats him there.
He gets that one out. A quick kick forward by Dummett. He's had a great second half. Hurry kick inside, but mopped up by East Point. Comes back outside looking for his teammate, and finding him in the end was Gallagher. Comes out to Hausler. Misses the handball. Ooh, met solidly. Now it's flicked out. It's Dummett again. Eyes up, James Keeble. How can you let him have so much room inside 50?
Yeah, that's it. And I think his teammate saw it was him. There was two of them that could have gone for it, realised it was Keeble, and thought, I'll just let you take it. Thanks, mate.
This is the one you wanted in his hand. You're spot on. He's a beautiful kick of the footy. Am I going to put the commentator's curse on him here, Kyle?
I reckon he's going to put it straight through the middle, go over the goal umpire's hat.
And he comes. It's sat right. He's let me down. As quite often happens, 10-12-72. They lead East Point 10-8-68. 10 minutes gone last quarter on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. They'll bring that in quickly, East Point, as they have all day. That's a poor kick, though. Hauser's there to take the mark. Quickly goes inside, finds Dummett. Love to know how much of the ball he's had after half time. Dummett. Right on 50. Quickly plays on. I'll tell you what, he could just about go here. Sits it up. He's missed to the right. And that is another behind for the Sebastopol side.
Poor kick, that one. You probably need to put that one 10 metres out to the top of the square to give your forwards a chance to fly for the footy. That's just an easy kill for the East Point defenders there.
Yeah, good call. In it comes East Point through the agency of Lovick as he's kicked in all day. But again, they're able to mop up Sebastopol. But it's going to be Jesse Baird that takes the mark inside their defensive 50. Very well set up Sebastopol behind the ball. High kick by Baird, out of side. Oh, good strong mark. Is he paid a free kick here? No?
Not sure he's paid the mark. Boundary throw in by the looks of it.
Must have double-handled that. First grab must have been inside and the second outside. He's a far lot closer than what we are. In it comes. Stowe comes over the top. Hurry kick forward. Goes inside 50. Toby Hutt falls over the ball. Keeble comes in hard. Just lurking out on the outside is Butler. Then he goes in and wraps it up. We'll have a bounce down 48 metres around from the Sebastopol goal. They lead by 4 points, 12 minutes gone, last quarter. Hutt wins the tap, goes forward. Looks like we might have another stoppage here, unless that feeds out. It does quickly through Dellenberg. Goes to the outer side. Hurried kick. Outer wing. Punched forward by Wilkinson. Another one that I've liked his game. That looks like it might be Nother, sitting it forward. Oh, hands in the back to Keeble, not paid. He just mops up his own work so quickly, has no one in that area. Well, met solidly was Mitch Walsh, and that was against Michael Lockyer. Walsh will take the free kick for East Point.
Been able to lock it in here the last few minutes, Sebastopol. Just haven't been able to put it on the scoreboard.
Oh, Dellenberg flies, can't take the mark. Butler, quick hands out, ends up with Widgery. Widgery lowers eyes, very smart, didn't panic, and has hit up a teammate inside 50. He'll kick from 40. We've gone 13 minutes into the last quarter. Michael Lockyer will have a shot. We've seen him miss an easier one earlier in the day, Kyle. But this one, 40 metres out directly in front.
Yeah, he puts this through, and it's a long way back, although it's only 2 goals for East Point, but looks like Richards is getting set to come back on, which is going to be a massive difference in the ruck contest.
In he comes, Michael Lockyer. He's missed that to the left. They might rue some of these misses that they've had that probably should have kicked through. They now lead by 5 points. We've gone 13 and a half minutes into your last quarter, thanks to Ballarat Toyota. Lovick plays on quickly, uses that full 15 minutes, sits the ball up. Walsh is there. He's hit in towards the back. Begg comes in strong and meets Cassidy. Ball goes to ground. Dummett wraps up Dodd, and we'll have a bounce down. Hurry kick forward. Keeble. And that was Dummett again. He has had some second half, has Chris Dummett. Just rove that beautifully. Keeble protecting the ball drop area. Jumped early, held himself in the air, took the mark. Kicks this from 30 out. And I reckon he's got it. It's come back. They like it. The umpire likes it. That'll take him to 11 points in front, 11-13. 79 Sebastopol. East Point, 10-8-68. We've gone nearly 15 minutes last quarter on your Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. Wow. 11 points. Halfway through the last quarter. And it's just that momentum.
He's been massive again, Keeble, this last quarter.
Just the momentum, isn't it? They've had a few shots at goal. They couldn't nail them. They finally do. Where we said earlier, quite often the other side will take the ball up and score, but they haven't. Again, Dummett wins the centre clearance to Keeble. This is becoming monotonous. It's the same players all the time. All players wrapped up. That won't spill free. Umpire will say, I'll bounce that 48 out from the Sebastopol's goal. Chris Dummett, Kyle Pover, what have you thought? The clearance after clearance.
He's been massive in and around the ball. Probably a bit of a crowd favourite with that mullet, I reckon, but particularly this second half, he's been massive, reading the ball off Richards, who just takes a great intercept mark there.
Which was kicked by Dodd for East Point. James Richards in the middle of the ground. High pie floater. Powell went very early. Hurried kick out by Hazlitt. But East Point are there to mop up. They have Aaron Hayes here short in the back pocket if they want to use him. Ignores that. Goes high and long. Looking for Taylor. Lukic is there. Comes forward. Q. Quick kick out from O'Keefe. High ball. Lots of players around the ball. Well shot by Michael Lockyer, but he sat that straight up in the air and makes it easy for Billy Jones just to mop up. Whew.
Just for your Ballarat Sports Medicine update, looks like O'Keefe might be cramping a little bit, which is probably at that stage of the game where players might start to seize up, particularly with the pressure.
Hurry kick forward by True. And Toby Hutt has taken the mark 25 metres out.
He's been massive this second half. He a bit quiet in that first half, but he's just presented well and reaping the rewards in this second half.
Who would have thought? Really, I mean, then it's not over, but this will take them to 17 points in front. They'll need to kick 3 to win East Point, and they've only kicked 7 since quarter time. As Toby Hutt sits that straight over the goal umpire's head for his second of the day in the Ballarat Toyota match of the day. 12-13-85 Sebastopol, 10-8-68 East Point. We're going 17 and a half minutes last quarter on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. Going to be interesting when we talk about best players at the completion of this game in the Carlton Draft post-game summary, because in the first half they will be all East Point players, and in the second half they'll predominantly be Sebastopol, as Cassidy, who's been great, gets a hurried kick but goes straight up in the air, but is marked, and the umpire pays that, and it's to Hausler to the outside. Now they're away. They're away again, and it's Butler who's been good. Butler sits that over to Keeble, who reads it better. Nearly falls over, picks it up. He's wrapped up. Umpire says no prior. I'll bounce that down. About 30 out from the East Point goal. And they're 17 points in front. 18 and a half minutes gone in the last quarter. Looks like Richards and Walsh. It's Hutt, as fact. And it looks like Butler. I think that's carried through. It has. Not sure if it was Butler or Keeble, but we will find out. But it was an incredible crumbing goal. 13-13-91 Sebastopol. East Point 10-8-68. 19 minutes gone. Last quarter, Ballarat Toyota scoreboard.
It looked like they were getting around Keeble again. He's just been amazing around the contest. His creative flair, he's just got such spark, particularly in this second half. He's been outstanding. And again, Richard's tap work has just been supreme.
I'll give that one to Keeble. I wasn't sure if it was Butler or not, but we'll give it to Keeble. Now they're away again. Nother's in there. So is Dummett. But East Point are able to shark it. Out Jed Hill there. Can't win it. Quick hands out. Now they're away. It'll come to the outside to Billy Jones. But Jed Hill wraps up his handball. Comes back to Jones, taken high by Wilkinson. The crowd don't like it, but I thought it was a free kick. They go forward now. It's going to go out of bounds as the players just clear out a little bit of a fracas right in front of the coach's box of East Point. We'll have a boundary throw in the right forward pocket for East Point. 20 minutes gone last quarter.
Didn't see exactly what happened, but the East Point players were quick to get over and get into Wilkinson there, and who's coming off the ground now, is he?
Billy Jones was hit. Yeah, as the ball comes forward, but Mitch Walsh mops up, lowers the eyes, good kick inboard to Aaron Hayes in his first game for the Kangaroos, sits that up to a high, big pack of players. No one can mark that, comes forward, and that'll be wrapped up. We'll have a bounce down. Lukic tackles. About 35 metres out from the East Point goal. To say they need one, Kyle, is an understatement.
Absolutely. Is there enough time left, you reckon? There's probably about 7.5, 8 minutes left of playing time.
They need to kick 4, and they've only kicked 7 since quarter time. I find it very hard to do now. Umpires paid the free kick. The crowd's up and about.
As I said earlier, you'd think it was a Sebastopol home game with the way the crowd's been roaring.
They go back through Cassidy. Short again. These guys are out on their legs because their pressure has been incredible. They'll now transfer play and find the captain in Lockyer. He's been super, mopping everything up across the back half. He'll set it up to talk about super, but just doesn't make it, is James Richards. Great game in the ruck for Sebastopol. They'll be very happy with this. Sebastopol. I don't think too many pundits give them much chance of winning today, considering the losses that they've had in personnel, but they have been fantastic. As Hayes sends East Point inside 50 with a high kick and a strong mark in front of Pabst is Dallenberg. I've liked his game, getting up quite sore. Quickly gives it off to his teammate and Billy Jones. Oh, dodges two, goes inboard, sits it up, and they're away. Sebastopol read that very well. To that man Keeble at centre-half forward. He's got a one-on-one up forward. Does he go quickly? He now sits it to the one-on-one high, coming out. Toby Hutt's there, can't take the mark. Quick kick off the ground is Carson. Lucks a fortune, finds Gary. That's Harry Ganley. To Makicha, row 2 Otis, who's been quiet since quarter time. Sits it up, well roved on the outside for Sebastopol is Connor O'Shea. Lowers some eyes, he doesn't panic. They just need to control the footy.
Has it been Widgery that's been running with Makichu after half-time? Because
there's been a few.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job to nullify his output in this second half.
He's certainly one of them. Dummett's been another. Nother at times. Yeah, very well coached. He probably thought, look, it's going to be hard for any one to do it. Let's try 3 or 4 and rotate them through it.
Which is probably synonymous as the way they've got back into the game. It's been a collective team effort from the Sebastopol players.
Richards wins the tap. You spoke about Toby Hutt with cramp earlier. I just had the glasses on him, and he's going to come to the bench now. He is really struggling with some cramp. He's been great all day. As he comes to
He is for Ballarat Sports Medicine, that one.
Quick kick out, Butler. But it's the big fella there in Dallas Martin that'll mop up for East Point. They'll go towards a 1-on-2. Just a great contest, but well done by the big fella there in McDougall. Sits it inboard to Joseph Dodd, and Dodd will shoot from 50. He's got a nice left foot. Don't know if he's got the distance in him at the 24-minute mark in the last quarter, though.
He's backing himself.
He certainly is.
Left-footers do usually get a few more metres on their kicks.
He'll run to the left, no doubt. Being a left-footer, he does. Off he goes. Gets to that arc. Oh, that is a beautiful kick.
Never in doubt.
Why even doubt that? Joseph Dodd gets his second for the day. Beautiful left foot kick from centre-half forward. Gets East Point's 11th.
Look, 3 goals. There's probably 3 or 4, maybe 5 minutes left of playing time. There is time, but they have to do a lot right here, East Point, and start off by winning this centre clearance.
Yes. Be a very brave man to ride them off. 11-8-74 East Point. Sebastopol, 13-13-91, 25 minutes gone last quarter. That's on your Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. Richards wins the tap again. And a great tackle. That's Widgery. Laid a good tackle, strong tackle in the middle. Umpire says, you had prior. I'll just go short here to Jed Hill. Umpire says, that's okay on the wing position. He has a teammate in Ben Hutt that he'll use.
It's probably smart here by Sebastopol. If they can just milk a minute off the clock, it probably does put it beyond doubt.
Gives it back to Widgery, and that's exactly what they're looking at doing. Every kick gets 15 to 20 seconds that you can milk. Why not? Widgery now, as the last option, goes high and long. Over the back for the Sebastopol side was O'Shea to Keeble. Left foot! This will put it away. Keeble on the left foot. Gets it inside. Finds his teammate and the big man in Stowe. And he'll kick this from 35. Slight angle. At the 26-minute mark.
He's another one, Stowe, who's been massive in the second half. Was okay in the first half, made a few errors which were costly, which resulted in goals, but he's been terrific this second half, and this could just about ice it.
This will put him, would have put him to 23 points. He's missed that to the left drastically. And Sebastopol will go on to 13-14-92. leading East Point 11-8-74, 26, nearly 27 minutes gone last quarter on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. And I think they are home. Lovick will bring the ball in. Goes short looking for Dodd. Quick hands out to Makicha. Takes one bounce, waiting for someone to come at him. Sits it up to Lukic, but that's easy to defend. Not a good kick. And they come in from everywhere. And it was Jed Hill and Ben Hutt. Since quarter time, Sebastopol have been incredibly disciplined. In it comes, won by Van Meel. Comes out to Makicha, getting a bit of it now. Sits that up. And that goes out on the full, or mark, whichever you want to pay. They've paid on the full. Toby Hutt will be the resultant free kick. Hutt kicks it high, looking for Stowe. Comes over the back. Makicha's there again. Has a lot of time. Weighs up his options. Goes in. Cassidy gets his hand on the ball. Brilliantly done. Over to Hutt. Ben Hutt goes forward. Here he is. He's nearly got my vote. Keeble. Been absolutely brilliant as James Keeble. He'll go short now just to control the ball. Poor kick. He's let me down again. East Point. They come back out through Lovick. Goes towards... and finds Makicha. Just gets over the head of Nother. Lowers some eyes. Oh, that is a great grab. Not paid. He's not happy either. Hurry kick out. It finds Makicha again. Getting a little bit of leather poisoning in the last minute. But the kick hasn't found the mark. And that's chopped off by Dummett, who's been good. Dummett. Short inside. Cassidy. These names repeatedly called since quarter time. This fella, all day. He goes back to Dummett. They just hold it. There it is. Wowee. Sebastopol, against the odds, have got up. 13-14, 92 to East Point. 11-8, 74 on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. Fantastic game of footy. They run out. 18-point winners in the end. Cole Pover.
Yeah, what a game of football we've just seen there. I don't think East Point are going to lose any admirers. Sebastopol are going to be there when the whips are cracking. East Point are both going to be there when the whips are cracking as well. What a comeback, though. As we said at the time, we did not see that coming. Sebastopol just looked, in that first half, not slow, but they just really struggled to get the ball moving forward. And when they did, they were under constant pressure. And then fast forward to half time, and it was almost the complete opposite. East Point just ran out of legs. Sebastopol, as we said, it was the same names. It was your Keeble. It was your Powell's up forward creating a contest. Nother, Cassidy, Hill, who I believe was a Greater Western Victoria player.
Yes.
This might even have been his first...
it was his first game for Sebastopol.
So, a great first outing by him. He's going to have no issue adjusting to the physicality of senior footy with his slipperiness and his creativeness around goal. I think he probably wasn't best on ground, but in terms of changing the match, for me, he was the one that got things rolling early in that third quarter and created that spark that Sebastopol needed.
They were super, as was James Richards in the ruck that give them first use. I'm just amazed by the turnaround from half time. East Point have kicked 4 goals in the second half, where Sebastopol have kicked 11 in the second half. Just a complete change of game from one half to the next.
Yeah, absolutely. You've put it perfectly there. Look, as we said during the call, Makichu was really quiet in that second half. He's tended to pick up a few possessions there towards the end, but and it's not through any fault of his own. I just think that Sebastopol went to work on him, and as you said at the time, it was a collective effort. There was about 3 players rolling through him, and any one player, when it's 1 on 3, it really is going to make things difficult. Probably something that teams, I reckon, within the league are going to take notice of, is whether that's something you look to do from the start. But yeah, as I said just a few minutes ago, I don't think East Point are going to lose any admirers. It was a good game of footy between two good teams, and yeah, what a way to kickstart the Ballarat Toyota match of the round.
Sebastopol 13-14-92 defeated East Point 11-8-74 out here at Eastern Oval in the Toyota McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League match of the day. We'll take a quick break and then we'll come back for the Carlton Draft post-game summary with all the goal kickers and our best. Welcome back to the Eastern Oval. Full time here in the Toyota McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League Match of the Day Round 1, where it was the grand final rematch of 2019. East Point 11-8-74, lost to Sebastopol 13-14 92 in what has been a game of two halves and a terrific game. Goal kickers for the Sebastopol side, 3 to James Keeble, 2 to Jed Hill, 2 to Toby Hutt, and singles to Simon Butler, Lachlan Cassidy, Michael Powell, Michael Lockyer, and Adam Haslett. And for the East Point side, 3 to Bryson McDougall, 2 each to Joseph Dodd, James Lukic, Brad Whitaker, and single goal kicker was Jack Gandley. In the end, it was 18 points to the Sebastopol side. How did you see it, Kyle?
Yeah, well, you put it nicely there about it was a game of two halves. Just saying Whitaker's name there just dawned on me. He was very quiet after quarter time. He started off red hot and had a few contests early where he looked like he could have a day out and kick a bag of 5 or 6, and he's finished with 2, which he kicked in the first quarter. Probably synonymous, though, with the ball just not getting down there in the second half and the pressure that Sebastopol were able to apply on the East Point players.
Who were there 3, 2 and 1 in the Carlton Draft post-game summary? Who did you like, 3, 2 and 1?
One vote, I'm going to give it to Makichu purely because I think, look, he was quiet in the second half, but in that first half, he was probably the reason why East Point were able to dominate and get on top. As we mentioned, he was a bit quiet in that second half, and he did have a number of players going through him, which would have made life difficult for himself. But I'm going to give the 1 to Makichu. My 2, now I've been ahhing over this the last few minutes, but I'm going to give my 2 to Keeble, just purely because of his brilliance forward of the footy. He plays that hybrid role where he's not quite you're small, but can take a mark in the air. He was just so dangerous. I think where he finished with 2 or 3 goals, but he was involved, if not setting up, he was involved in, and he kicked 3, so there you go, and involved in a number of passages of play which resulted in goals in that second half for Sebastopol. And my 3 votes, I'm going to give it to Big James Richards. I thought he was fantastic in the ruck, gave them first use, and it just showed his importance to the Sebastopol team because every time he went off the ground for a spell, that's when East Point were able to get a run on. They were able to get first hands on the footy out of the ruck contest and feed their midfielders.
Yeah, totally agree. I went 1 vote to Tony Lockyer. I just thought up the back he was able to show composure when he had to because they had some good forwards up there at East Point. I give 2 votes to James Keeble like you did, I thought for the same reasons. And 3 votes, I went James Richards as you did. In the ruck, I just thought he had 2 ruckmen all day, Dallas Martin and Joel Van Meel, that he had to combat. He didn't get much of a break. He had Toby Hutt at times that would help him out or Stowe, but he predominantly did it on his own, and he was able to give people like Nother, Dummett, Butler first use out of the middle, and that enabled Keeble to do what he did up forward. So I thought James Richards, so we've agreed. James Richards gets the Carlton Draft post-game summary player of the day, and that wraps it up here at Eastern Oval. It was a magnificent round 1 of football in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League. Yep, we had to wait 574 days for it, but it was fantastic. Thanks to Ballarat Toyota, McDonald's McCafe, Ballarat Sports Medicine Injury, and Carlton Draft, and Red Onion, and Kyle Pover. Thank you, and Brock on the camera. Thank you. Magnificent day out at Ballarat. Next week, we look forward to bringing you round 2 action.